This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you
ready? It's Eric Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Eric Nagel, and joining me, as always, from the frozen tundra known as Arizona, looking quite dapper in his semi-Hawaiian shirt there. Say hello to Jordan. Is that
Hi,
cacti?
everybody. This is a cactus and some cow skulls. It's very Western. It looked silly. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a silly shirt.
Some jackrabbits, some killer cacti.
Jackalopes.
Hey, dude.
Just like the hey dude. Yeah, no, it's a fun shirt. Summer's hitting.
That's the equivalent of like people from Florida wearing a Walt Disney World shirt or I Love New York shirt or Virginia's for Lover shirt. It's like, this is the shirt that represents where I live.
Right, yeah, it's got a wagon wheel, a little cowboy hat. Yeah, it's very Western-y.
Because it means something to them and nobody else is impressed. In fact,
right.
If you're overseas, they're like, you goddamn Americans, what are you doing? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're kind of listening to this show, but more people are coming over to watch the show, which is great in a way and not great for the people who pay us. So I don't care either way. I'm happy that you're doing it. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness over there. See that thing. There we go. Nope, that way. There we go. That thing right there on your screen, that's the front page of your app. If you do us a kindness and put our show in the number one slot up there, it means something to somebody. I'm just told to say that often. And apparently not enough. They're like, you got to keep mentioning it. It's like, the whole show can't be an advertisement for this stupid app. It's there.
We're going to talk about the Pope, but first, let's talk about our top 8. We'll just interject it in the most random
Right,
spot.
and right as they're announcing the new Pope, commercials for Jordan's company start showing up over our radio program.
Oh, man, I laughed so hard when that happened.
We'll get into that in just a second. If you're listening on Apple and Spotify, that's also fine. We appreciate that you do that. But do us a kindness over there. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the show. If you want to join us live each and every week as we're doing the show, you can head over to our YouTube and our Twitch rooms, all under It's Eric Nagel. You can like, subscribe, hit the notifications. If you're feeling that big dick energy, as I've been told, you want to throw your money around in those rooms, feel free to do so. We will take your super chats and barbs and insults as long as you pay for it. That being said, if you don't want to do any of that stuff and just want to watch it when you're damn good and ready, that's also perfectly fine. The shows are available, produced for your consuming pleasures on the YouTube channel.
I was going to say, yeah, and if you're listening and never watching and you're getting a little lost in the show because we're a very visual, video-based show, we try to talk about it, but you know what? Come over and watch us. Check us out. Mm-hmm. You know, I had Amazon subscription. Subscribe to Twitch. Come watch some of the videos.
Yeah, if you have an Amazon subscription, you get a free Prime account per month.
Yeah.
So go over there, hop over to the Twitch channel, apply your Prime subscription. It's free. I mean, you already got it because you paid for Amazon Prime.
Why not? Throw
Throw it towards us. It helps us out. And then everybody's happy. Everyone benefits from it. A couple of updates for the show, especially for those who listen on the radio version, the audio version, what other versions that are not the visual ones. We had 2 episodes last week. One for the Star Wars special that came out on Sunday for May the 4th, and then the regular episode a few days prior. Now, the video version of the show kept getting taken down because we featured some songs that showed up okay in the live stream. I went through the whole process, and when we see the live stream, we shut it down. It does its thing. It tells us what's... Will monetize you. Some companies block your show or your episode worldwide, so nobody can see it. Some do rev shares, all those kind of things. Jordan introduced us to that band that was blowing up on TikTok. Why am I forgetting their name now? Starts with a P, right?
They were called the Paradox.
Paradox. Black 182 for those in the know. And it was perfectly fine. Everything was good. Repurposed the video, put up the produced version. All of a sudden it got flagged. And it wasn't flagged by them. It's like, they should be, and Jordan, I was talking to Jordan, and he was saying, like, they should be happy. Everyone's sharing it all over all the platforms. This is great for them. Well, I guess they made a deal with Virgin Records, and like Warner Music and Sony and everybody else, they're super over litigious with this shit. And we're taking everything down. So we got blocked in, not worldwide, but like in a handful of places that would have caused an issue for us. Like when sometimes you said some of this content is blocked, and you look and it's Belarus or Russia or Tajikistan, if that's even a country.
When I was doing my own show, when I was uploading it, it always freaked me out thinking I was getting blocked until you do it more granular, and you're right. You find out it's like it's Belarus and
it's countries you don't give a shit about.
Pakistan or something.
It's not going to do anything for you.
Yeah,
but when you get blocked in countries like India and parts of Southeast Asia, and you go, that doesn't make any sense. Virgin's out of the UK, but whatever. And then you see, parts of Europe, and I was like, all right, this is going to be a problem. So the produced version, we had to do some creative editing and get that out. Then we got flagged again for that instrumental group that played Wu-Tang.
Really?
Yeah, that got flagged too.
Look, I'll tell you people about this stuff, but we're not listening to it.
Right.
You listen on your own.
Now, the issue is that on the radio side, it's covered.
Right.
There's rights and for ASCAP, BMI, all of that stuff in there. It's all covered, so that's fine. You can do what you want. The YouTube platform, those licenses don't translate to this platform. So that's where you're kind of doing a juggling act for all of this stuff. Most of the times you can fight it. You can send a thing for fair use. And if you over explain, and pretty much it's like, almost begging for their forgiveness, they usually would let it go, or they do a rev share thing, which I don't care about. The Virgin Record thing just said, nope, not happening. I'm like, you have a band
to this new and up and coming band.
Yeah, you have a band that gets zero radio play anywhere, is not on any kind of like MTV style station or whatever video television channel or in other countries. They're getting TikTok coverage, which always leaks over to Instagram coverage, then YouTube Shorts, right? You're getting a viral marketing campaign for nothing. It's not costing you anything. Right. And you're blocking shit for this. Made no sense. We didn't play the whole song. We weren't sitting there like, here's all the music that you want to do. I get it. There's copyright stuff and trademarks and all that. I know how all that works. But when you try to appeal it and go, dude, we played a clip that's all over TikTok right now. Mm-hmm. It's bigger than what you're doing. You should just kind of like rev share at the least, right? No, it's like they reviewed your appeal and stuck with their answer, and there's nothing you could do about it. I'm like, all right, well now I gotta.
It's funny. We're trying to bring light to something new. We're talking about it. No big deal. We put, like you said, played a small clip. We're not making millions of dollars off this YouTube channel, so it's not like we're making a lot of money off their content, and we're not using it in any way to promote us. We're just saying, hey, look, this is actually a really good song. I think they're a good up and coming band. Give them a listen. Free publicity, and to be that just staunch about not letting us use it, it is pretty ridiculous.
Right, because Universal does it. Warner Music Group is also one of the biggest culprits for this stuff. The other thing, to put it, give you another idea of how this all works: commercials, movie trailers.
Oh,
those are free commercials that they're putting out there, hoping that you're going to see it. So if you play it, they flag you for it. This isn't your material. No shit, but it's a commercial, so it's not your material either, in the sense of that it's like we're playing the movie or the TV show. We're playing your paid advertisement that you're putting out to get more people to watch. And you're flagging people who do movie reviews or just talk about movie content, trailers for new television seasons that are going to drop soon. You want to lift those and let people play the trailers at least, so that it gets out there. It's free advertising, but they lock everything down. They're so overzealous with some of this stuff. It's ridiculous. So anyway, the second time it got flagged, I didn't realize it was flagged. Somebody wrote me. They're an audio listener. And said, hey, I got to a part where you're doing some visual stuff. I wanted to flip over to the video to see what you guys were talking about. It's not up there. And I saw this guy's message. It was like 1, 2 in the morning. So I was like, all right, I can't respond to this right now. I went and looked, and there it was. The video was down again. It's like, that was twice. I've never had this happen. So went through. We had to, scope it, do the editing again. And now it's back up there for a third time. And seems to be fine. Big problem I have is that when you do this stuff, YouTube has their own process where it scans all your things and then flags stuff that's, there's parameters in place. It flags it for things that are against terms of service, things that might affect copyright and trademarks and all those things. And it gives you a list. Right. And when we go to, reproduce the episode, put it out there, we go through and we cut that stuff out, or we censor it, or whatever we have to do. It gave me nothing on its initial thing. I'm like, okay, I assume we're clear. They do have it in their thing. It's like, just because the rules several years ago said you could do this, you could get flagged today for something that you did years ago if the rules decide to change. And you're like, all right, whatever. So they're nonsense. Their system didn't fully scan it. That's what happened. So anyway, episode 516, audio never went down. Audio was perfectly fine. The video was the issue. That's back up. Number 2 issue. Episode 517, which was the Star Wars episode. I didn't hear this. Jordan did. Jordan heard from people that there is it was a bit difficult to hear the produced bit portion of the show for that the Star Wars morning show. The original copy that was given to me was also in low quality because the guys didn't save the original. That's another discussion. People don't save their material. I don't understand how you go through life and you don't save your stuff. But anyway, pulled it down. When it gets uploaded to the other server, they encode it at a lower rate if it's over a certain time period for space. So I guess a lot of if it's under a certain time limit, it's 128 kbps, if you understand what that means. If it's over a certain amount of time, they drop it to 96. If you're strictly a pure talk or a spoken word audiobook, that kind of thing, it's at 64. That's how low they drop it, just because, like AM radio, if you're doing AM, religious, sports, conservative, anything that's on an AM radio station, when they put their stuff up there, it's in 64 because it's just talk. It doesn't need to have super clarity, I guess, for these things. I always liked having a talk show that sounded like it had the processing of the music radio shows, right? Mm-hmm. Loud, booming, whatever, because most talk shows don't give a shit about that. I do. I had to go back. I pulled the episode down, replaced it with a higher encoded version, put that back up there, and then put it out on social media, hoping that solves the problem. That's the problem we can solve. The other problem we can't solve with that was at the beginning when we're talking to the guys from Masters of None. That echo was on their end, and there was nothing I could do. It was on Jay's thing until we figured it out that it was Jay's microphone. Or his feed that was feeding back on that stuff. And by that point, what could we do? Yeah. So that was what it was. I only fixed what I could. So Star Wars episode is up, re-encoded and reloaded. It's up there. So check out episodes 516, 517. They're all there. Okay, moving on. Anything going on with you in your personal life that we need to discuss?
Nothing too crazy. Like I was telling you before the show, this has been just a quiet week, which, sometimes you need. This is very, very simple, easy month so far. I've got the kids coming on to summer break in about 2 weeks. Here in Arizona, we start a little earlier, which is ridiculous since we start in July, the hottest months of the year. And then, we get out right before Memorial Day weekend. So that first 3-day weekend into summer, that's their summer break. So just getting ready for that. The kids are the teachers are just giving up. Like today, my son had a water. They have
stuff
like
showing up.
Like my son today had a water day where it's like, hey, put him in swim stuff and some swim shoes and stuff like that. We got a big inflatables. We're just gonna let him play in the water for all the day. So it was just one of those things.
How does the school district even allow that?
You got to sign all kinds of waivers.
Yeah, because it's like, it's just like a 1 foot inflatable pool. Yeah, kid can trip and drown at school because you didn't want to do your lesson plan. You bought Intex inflatables off of Temu.
Right. Yeah, and he was telling me that all week in PE they were watching a Disney movie. I'm like, wow, they just gave up the last 2 weeks of school, huh? So, yeah, no homework, no school, no rules. Have a water day.
Good on them, I guess.
But you know what? Whatever. It's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Nice and quiet for me.
Mine is middle of June, I think.
Yeah, I think most of them. I remember growing up in California, usually it's like mid-June, and then you go back. What was it, after Labor Day?
I'm obsessed with your
December?
shirt. I'm going to listen to you talk while I look at your shirt. Is there a scorpion on there too?
There might be a scorpion. I don't know. I never really looked at everything, but yeah, a lot of cactus. Yeah, like I said, very Westerny. Like I don't know. It sounded fun to have something what I felt would normally be silly, but yeah. So, but yeah, they what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. It distracted me with my own shirt.
Wasn't important.
Was not.
Nothing going on with me, which has been fun because I had nothing really happening this week.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of family came in today and then tomorrow too, so doing airport runs and stuff. And in this area of these United States, Newark Airport, which is not that far from me, has been a disaster for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They closed down one of their major runways to finally do repairs that were due, I think, like a decade ago.
Decades old.
So they're doing that. So many problems and delays and cancellations. Like United was for a while, like every day they were canceling like 50 to 100 something flights a day.
Yeah.
And then the other day they had like a TSA system went out for over half an hour. So they couldn't process anybody through.
Jesus.
And then they came back on, so everything else is delayed. And it's just going to be a nightmare. And fortunately for today, though, it was maybe half an hour delay at most
for
the people coming in. So I was kind of happy for that. Because of those delays, the airport's mobbed. And it's not by the drop-off area, it's the pickup area. So all the people are parked in all the illegal lanes, the fire lanes. They're double parked with flashers. They're like, I can't even get around the bend to get in front of the terminals to even attempt to try to see if anyone's there to pick them up, get their bags, what have you. So it was just such a nightmare, and all the airport cops and like New Jersey State Police were all there they're banging on people's cars, kicking tires, and like move. And it's people, they're like, oh, I'm waiting for this. You're double parked in a double yellow line with the lights going off, and you're near the crosswalk. Move your fucking car.
Right, like, no, I'm waiting for somebody. No shit.
Yeah, everybody here is waiting for somebody.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So, with everybody being delayed, I just said, screw it. I went to, they actually have a cell phone lot that I was not aware of because I never had to use it. It's on the complete other side of the airport. So I had to swing over there. I just parked. I'm watching YouTube and looking for show stuff and what have you. And I just sat there in a parking lot on my phone for like over half an hour. I'm like, I felt so stupid. I'm like, wow, why am I doing this? So I got out of the car just to check something in the back to make, because, the kid has toys and everything. So I'm moving everything so there's enough room. And as I got up, I'm stretching, I'm going to open the back door, and I look around. I see a couple rows. There's other people just sitting there on their phones too.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. I've done the same thing where, you're just like chilling out in the cell phone lot for like 30 minutes, just watching YouTube and
I didn't realize
and all that.
I didn't realize it was a dumb thing on my part. I didn't realize the cell phone lot meant you sit there on your cell phone waiting for people to call you. So as I'm getting out of the car to check the back part, I go and look, and I'm just seeing all these other people on their phones in their car, and I was like, that's weird. It didn't dawn on me that it was the cell phone lot, even though I knew and I passed the sign that I'm at the cell phone lot.
Did you ever think of going up to one of those people just doing this and saying, winning? Just really threw them off.
Oh, the callback from last week. Or if I just sit there and it's, knock on the window like it's a lot lizard kind of encounter. It's like, hey, you looking for something?
You need company? Just get in someone else's car.
If they open the door, you run. They pull a gun on you. Other than that, there was nothing really this week. I got stuff to catch up on watching. I was playing video games every night because I just got tired of dealing with the real world. So I get to a point now where I stop editing. I go, I'm just going to play a game for the next 4 hours and then force myself to be exhausted and pass out.
Right.
That's been
I've
my
done
life
the same
the last
thing
couple
where
weeks.
it's like I could do extra work, or I could submit. I can get into like Rocket League or something. Do something just mind numbing.
Yeah.
Not even to worry about anything.
Andy Hannon in the chat there. Nice Patrice O'Neill callback. Hey, it's cold. Yeah, Patrice has a great story. I think we even animated it where Patrice was driving. Comics drive long distances for gigs and stuff. He pulled over at some kind of truck stop, parked in there, and was trying to sleep for a while. And then, he hears a tap and everything. And he wakes up, and there's a guy at his window there, and he thought he was looking to hook up. It's a funny story. Go look it up, Patrice O'Neill. Anyway, all right. So nothing going on in our lives. We can talk about the new stuff going on here. Big news happened today, unexpectedly.
I wasn't expecting this so soon. I feel like all other times were longer. This is
one so soon. Two, who was actually elected? We're talking about the new American Badass Pope. That's how he should have came out to Kid Rock's American Badass, like the Undertaker. When he's not doing full Undertaker, he's biker Undertaker. You hear don't, because American Badass has what Metallica song is part of that?
Is it Fuel?
No, don't.
No, it's not Fuel.
Don't stop. I forget what it is, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So I am the American Bat, and he just the curtains open, the Pope fucking cup. Maybe I'll re-edit that. I'll go do that.
He does his little papal announcement, breaks open some beers and just fucking walks out.
Right.
He had a real good opportunity, squandered it.
Yeah, new Pope is here.
The Sistine Chapel, we can see smoke, what appears to be white smoke, billowing.
Gender reveals are getting ridiculous.
Indicative, along with the bells you're
This is
hearing,
the first historical gender reveal.
that there is a new.
It's always an old guy, too.
Right. They're all white.
Of the conclave.
Intersect. Sad but true. Thank you.
We
Yes.
report that it is Prevost, Robert Francis Prevost.
Uh-oh.
American.
What happened? My thing cut off.
We can report that it is Prevost.
All right, hold on. The way this comes up here looks like this is like his new real ID that had to happen.
Put a little star in the corner.
Yeah, star in the corner.
Oh, he can't get into any buildings with this.
Yeah, the Pope can't travel in the United States without his real ID. But Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost from Chicago. And if I hadn't seen so many dumb SNL Chicago guy references on
I know the Pope
Twitter, I would say wow, good. We're learning to stop going for the hack answer. And of course, the first one I saw was somebody responding to Opie because he wrote the Pope. And I was like, of course he did. Of course he did.
Well, I was seeing other ones where people were editing Portillo's signs at the Vatican now for hot dog.
The hot dog place? Yeah.
Yeah. And just other things. So some of them are I kind of laugh at a second and then I was like, oh, you guys are all
See, that would be ideal if he has a meeting of world leaders and stuff and he has Portillo's. Look, there's the old story about around World War II time when former President Franklin Delano Roosevelt was entertaining the King of England at the time, pre-Elizabeth, her dad. At the White House, he had it catered by Nathan's because he's from the New York City area, and he had Nathan's catered a meeting with the King of England, and it's in their main. I think it's in all their stores, but in their main store in Coney Island has the whole thing with the original newspaper printings and the photos and all of that stuff there. It was a big deal. So the Pope should do this. The Pope should have Portillo's, or better yet, served by the people from the Wiener Circle. where all they do is just insult everybody. So you got, fat Chicago broads slinging hot dogs and just shitting all over the, cardinals and world delegates all coming in to pay respects.
That would be fantastic.
We need a sketch. We need a sketch show.
Right.
If we were doing late night, this would have been the sketch tonight, but whatever.
Oh, wow.
So yes, guy from Chicago is now the Pope of the world.
I mean, that was something that wasn't on my radar when I was looking at, like, when they were talking about who they might have had. I know they had one guy, I guess he was Filipino. He was kind of in the running, and then there's like this other black guy. But this guy, I guess, born in Chicago, had a parish down in Peru.
Right.
So then, of course, once he delivers an actual message, I think it was in Spanish, people were freaking out, thinking, oh, it's an American, but he's still speaking Spanish. So of course, everything has to be political. I'm just like, who cares?
I don't think he was speaking Spanish. I thought he was speaking Italian.
Could have been Italian. I don't know. He wasn't speaking English, and people were pissed. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, well, he's barely American as it is. Like, he was born and grew up in Chicago, but he amscrayed down to Peru, where he was there for a majority of his life. Mm-hmm. Working in ministries and stuff, and doing what is all that charitable work that they all have to do? Nuns do it too. Mercenaries, right?
Yeah, like missionary work.
Mercenary work.
They can just go out and kill people.
Why not? Dead Pope.
This nun's got guns. Nuns with guns.
No, I think it's Dead Pope. He just wears it's the white version of the Deadpool outfit. He's all crossed up.
All black and white.
Yeah, solid gold guns going there, and he's killing for the Lord. And he's saying, he was introduced in Latin and he spoke Italian. Yeah, I think the procedural is that they have to speak in Italian when addressing the masses for all of that stuff.
In Chicago, naturalized citizen of Peru after decades of working there. An American cardinal is a conversation we didn't have a lot in these days leading up to this moment.
Look at all those people there.
And those people were there. Like, they didn't know that was going to be the day. Like, they just like, you know what, this could be the day. We got to go hang out in the, Vatican.
From what I understood, like early this morning, their time, not the, United States time zones. But they had a vote early this morning and it failed. And then they had a second vote down the line and it passed. So everybody was freaking out.
Was he like glad handing some of the other cardinals? Be like, look.
No, from what I understand, he was the guy that was kind of doing all the work for the previous pope. Like, right. he was the guy that knew. You know how if you work in some kind of corporation, there's always the assistant to the CEO that everybody knows, and she's the one or he's the one that directs everybody to all the other things. Like, they carry out the orders and put the people in the different departments that they need. That's kind of what this guy was. He was everybody, all these new bishops and stuff that were appointed by the Pope. He was the one placing them in parishes all around the world. So everybody knew him, came through him. He was like the central guy for all the networking.
He was HR. Got it.
So from what I understood, when it came to the people that they were nominating, 80% of the collective, if you will, of cardinals and bishops and whoever votes didn't know the other candidates that were being nominated, but everyone seemed to know this guy. Like, he was the one that everybody knew and everybody worked with and dealt with, and no one really had a problem with this guy.
Right.
So I guess it was a matter of getting everybody on board to whatever their. Does it have to be unanimous?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. Could you imagine being the guy, like, they did a vote on the first one and the guy had almost all the votes and then he just doesn't get elected Pope? Yeah. So you're just going, damn it, was so close.
But they keep going till you do.
Yeah. So they voted one day and then they did. This was, I think, the second day of voting, which pretty impressive that they were able to get this done in 2 days. Like, this keeps going until they get the vote.
All these people they're flying in. It's like, oh, we got some time. It usually takes a few days before they elect somebody. And you get it on day 2, and then it's all done. Andy's saying it's 2/3 majority needed, or of 133. I watched that Conclave movie, and when we talked about it, I said I didn't really appreciate or care about the crying game ending.
Right.
But everyone's been watching it now, and I'm sure the numbers are going to shoot up even more because now the Pope things happen.
Oh yeah, they started talking about that. The second the Pope died, Conclave started showing up everywhere in my news feeds, and
right. It was fine. I thought it would be a better movie than it was, but everyone's saying it's amazing now, and it's just like this is like when an artist dies, and all of a sudden their songs shoot up to the top of the Spotify charts, and radio's now playing them again, and all of that stuff's going on there, and that lasts maybe a week, and then it all dies down.
Sure. Yeah, it says 2/3 threshold, like he was saying. 89 votes of the reported 133 have to be. And if he gets all the votes, Cardinal Parolin asks, do you accept your canonical election as Supreme Pontiff? And the second question they ask, with what name do you wish to be called? So this guy...
well, they're going to reveal it here.
Yeah.
In this.
Cardinal Prevost was on, I think, a lot of people's lists as a possible compromise candidate, Lester, someone later in the process. It's very striking that he has been elected so quickly, and it sure would be nice to know what name he took.
I don't know if it was said and we couldn't hear it.
I think it was said and we couldn't hear it.
And there he is, Pope Leo, the new leader of the
Anytime
Catholic
I hear that name, I just think of Uncle Leo from Seinfeld.
leading the assembled.
Hello! Comes out there.
Hello,
but after the eyebrows get
Catholics!
burnt off.
Officially Leo the 14th, the name he has taken.
My question, and I was asking somebody today at work, was like, do they have like a bucket? They just reach in, they pick it, or like, do you have a list of ones that you can pick from? Like, Francis obviously was not, I think it was for Francis of Assisi. So like that was his choice. Benedict.
No, it's like,
is there a list of like,
Catholic,
okay, these
right?
are the next ones? No, God, no. I'm the least religious person.
No,
ever.
I know, but when you grow up,
like Southern Baptist, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
all my family's from the Midwest.
Yeah, but I for some reason I thought you were okay. So I grew up Catholic. When you go to do like your confirmation and stuff, you have to choose a confirmation name, and it has to be named after a saint or something along those lines. So
Gotcha.
You never use the name; it's just the name that you say you're going to adopt in the way of the Catholic faith and going forward and what have you. Like you're following that person's example and whatnot. So that's kind of where middle names started way back in the day. Middle names was your Catholic or your Christian adopted name for being of age and blessed into the whatever church you were.
Gotcha.
And then it just became a thing where everybody had middle names. A lot of people don't have middle names, but the middle name thing came from church situations.
Right.
I think they're from what I read, they're not required to take a name. They just do it. It's like a respectful thing that they take that name out of those who came before you. But you could pick your own name technically. I would love.
Yeah, but no one's gonna come over here like this is Pope Frank the Fifth. Like,
why not?
You're probably
Pope
gonna take
Rob?
something.
Pope Bobby P.
Right.
Yeah. Pope Bobby.
I don't know.
Pope Bob.
Oh no, Bob.
From
Bob.
Pope to Bope. B-O-B. No, that doesn't work. Boo.
Can you imagine you're like sponsored, so it's like Pope, and then insert like whatever OnlyFans name. It's like you took a bribe.
Right.
No, that's fine.
Pope Rob Zombie. I would take that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so Pope Leo, not the best Ninja Turtle in my my eyes.
But he just walks out there. Look at this wallet I found in the garbage.
Right. Look at this watch. Who would throw out this watch?
Yeah. See, Andy's saying there's no rules. It's just generally a name of a previous pope of someone notable in Catholicism.
Yeah, I was just didn't know like if they're like, hey, look, we haven't had a Pope Leo, Dave, whatever, and then be like, choose
Pope
from
Dave.
one of these. Yeah,
His
Pope
royal
Dave.
Daveness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bartholomew, Pope Bobby 2 times. Guys, let's take the sacrament. Take the sacrament. Yeah, that's fucking
Pope Johnny
good.
Tight Lips.
Yeah.
Hey, Pope, you gonna give the benediction? I ain't saying.
I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't saying nothing. So I mean, yeah.
This psalm
Good
comes
for you Catholics. I don't know. Whatever.
This psalm was a letter sent to the none of your business from the none of your business.
Not you, Sister Francis. Sit down.
I noticed the collection box is looking a little light. No one's getting out of here until we heavy that up a little bit. Some fucking royal guardsmen, they shove that scepter thing through the door as it's locked inside.
Have you seen the Swiss Guard? How the way they dress? They look like court jesters.
No, they
I'm not
look.
gonna take them serious.
They look like the index cards from Alice in Wonderland that protect the Queen. That's what they look like. See, this is a great name too, Pope Dracula II.
Oh,
that's also a great name.
That may be that should be the show title.
Pope Dracula II?
Yeah.
All right.
Pope Dracula 2. Papal Boogaloo.
Dracula II. Written down and will be considered. So anyway, yeah, we have a new pope. For those who that means stuff for, congratulations.
I was doing the math. I was looking at the dates, mainly because, it's just funny to kind of think about this kind of stuff. We've had 3 popes before we've had Grand Theft Auto 6.
Stop with the Grand Theft Auto 6 shit.
No one's getting it. We're never getting that game.
They're all fucking dumb.
I know.
Like when you watch
it's
those,
so stupid.
Now watch when you when you watch videos online, social media posts. It's like, I can't believe we got this before GTA 6 during WrestleMania. I can't believe we got the Cena heel turn before GTA 6.
People were doing like the PlayStation 3 had 3 separate GTAs. The PlayStation, but then GTA 5 has had 3 separate PlayStations, and it's like, okay, you guys, come on, calm down.
I mean, at least
relax.
that's a bit more creative, and it took some research to come up with that. I yell at people. I'll write. The problem is you can't get too shitty in your comments because Instagram, TikTok doesn't tolerate anything.
No, they don't.
You could say this is dumb and they flag you and they're like, that's a hurtful comment. It's like, that's not hate speech. You can say someone's garbage or you can say this is stupid. You're allowed to say that stuff. But I scream at people when they do before GTA 6 or the people that do whatever button and they draw the arrows to the heart.
Oh God!
Right there,
like this. If you want to talk about, it's so dumb.
Yeah, Cody fan button, and you're like, how can I report you for racism and have you lose your account? I'm trying to find ways to destroy your online presence for being that dumb. But
I just thought it would be great if, they're sitting there gonna elect the new pope. The curtain opens and Joe Hendry comes out, just mugging at the thing in this little papal outfit.
All right, I talks among yourself. I got to write some notes down here.
That would just be great because I've been seeing that a lot. Like ever since WrestleMania, everything I'm seeing, it just pops in, and then people were like, "Look, I couldn't even date a girl who doesn't know Joe Hendry," and it's just like now it's just so funny just watching everything show up. Joe Hendry, that's got to be in there. Like he's just mean mugging the camera. He's got that giant Pope hat on.
I'm going to tell you this, audience. Tomorrow the show may not be out on time. Because I might be making
so much
Pope
artwork
video.
to do.
I might be making Pope videos for
Yeah.
tomorrow. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Pope Leo.
Pope Hendry.
Pope Hendry.
Pope Hendry.
Oh my God! Now that might be the show title.
So good. But yeah, he just comes out and then just mean mugs to a camera off to the left. Everyone's going wild down in the crowd.
Yeah.
Everyone's got Pope 316 just up in at the bottom there.
Andy in the chat saying, I retain copyright over Dracula 2. I'll see you in court. And they go, good, because then once you sue me for that thing, then you could deal with Rob Zombie coming after you.
Right.
For claiming stuff that you don't have. I love that. When you try to use certain content, and not malicious, not like you're saying, I created this, but you're showcasing it. Somebody's graphic work that is AI generated, or they make a remix of something, or they clip somebody else's show or a video or something, and like, hey, you didn't give me credit. That's my clip. It's not your content.
Right.
What did you add to it that I need to give you credit for? If you did add something to it, if you did a remix or whatever, I would give you credit for that, absolutely. But if you're just clipping something from a news story or a natural disaster or what have you, and you're like, I clipped that, fuck off. You have no claims to it. Neither do we, but you don't have claims to it either. So I don't have to give you credit for that stuff.
Right. Our buddy Mason K in the chat saying, new Pope will be wildly unpopular and Pope Classic will make a return.
Pope 2.
What a stretch for the nice reference.
But here's the thing. How do you bring back Pope Classic considering they're all dead?
Right.
Now, if you brought Francis back, like this guy doesn't work out for a few months, and look, it's the same advertising campaign. Bill Cosby's out there doing Coke 2, Pope 2, all of that. Nobody likes it. They bring back Pope Classic. That I would love to see. Zombie Pope. How are they doing that? Resurrecting.
Well, we'll wait till the third.
I mean, they have all the tools and the terminology and the branding for it. Resurrect the Pope. You resurrect your Lord and Savior. Bring the Pope back. Why can't you do it twice? It's not the Daffy Duck trick where he swallows dynamite and he said the best part of that performance is I can only do it once. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, can't show you now.
I have no idea. Intersect saying that they were fighting between a bunch of small gaming YouTubers over not crediting the guy who captured the gameplay of a game from the 90s. Of course there is. I see that shit all the time. You know, if you pull a clip, we'll talk gaming for a second. If you pull a clip of somebody playing a game and they pulled off something that's incredibly difficult, or they got to the ending of something and their face is in there while they're playing, that I get. Because it's their gameplay, whatever. If it's just people who record gameplay content, they're not speaking over it. Their images are not on it. You don't see it's just showing the gameplay, and you use it, and then somebody says, "Oh, that I clipped that one. You got to give me credit." No, I don't. I'm crediting the game developer that made this game, and I'm showing you an amazing clip from this area. You just clipped it. I'm taking it now because it's not yours. It's not mine either, but it's not yours. That's also a good show title, too. It's not mine either, but
it's mine. It's yours.
It's not mine, but it's not yours. Anyway, everybody, peace be with you. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. All right, moving on. We talked about the Star Wars thing. I wanted to show you something that they did in New York City this year that was kind of impressive, but also it was kind of like this. They're taking a page out of 9/11. Hear me out. So when 9/11 comes around, September 11th, in New York City, in the spot where the two towers used to stand, they put up these amazingly powerful lights that shoot beams up into space. Like the International Space Station can see the beams coming up to a certain point from, I mean, that's how powerful these lights are. Yeah. And they're to symbolize for a few days the terrible event that happened in the buildings that used to be there. Well, they took the same lights and they colored them differently in order to celebrate Star Wars Day.
Just some of the marker over the lens.
Here, take a look.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I'll start it again.
Could you imagine if the noise is also there? So like people in New York are just hearing this buzzing for like 30 minutes.
I would hope. I know they added it in, but if you're just walking around,
it's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, is this an EDM? It's like, is this
crazy?
Yeah, there's electronic warfare happening. We're all going to die. But all right, so you got the building next to the Empire State Building here.
Right.
What you're about to see, you'll see the lights shoot up from the top, but if you look at the sides, they have the LED projections showing the lightsabers on the buildings.
Right.
Look at that.
Cool.
pretty awesome.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I just now noticed it. I know you said it, but like I'm just now looking. Like I was checking at the beam, I was seeing like they have stuff on the side. I didn't realize that the actual lightsaber hilts were on the building. That's actually kind of even cooler than I thought.
Right,
that's really cool.
On the one side of the building, it says, "May the 4th be with you," and then they have the lightsabers here from this angle, and you see they cross at the top, like they're not going straight up; they intersect like that. So. Thought that was kind of
pretty cool.
But we have so much other shit to get to here. I'm gonna save her for a moment. Let's do the AI stuff because there's so much AI stuff that came in.
So much.
Now, I have remixes. I have AI stuff. We have a lot of audio-based visual content for you. This came across. Accidentally, but then I found a couple of examples that were pretty good. Did you see the story about Jack Black has a song charting in the top 100 right now?
No. Was this from Minecraft?
Yeah.
Ugh,
which makes no sense. So he sings that Lava Chicken song in there, and it's like 20 something seconds. They made a version of it with music that's on the soundtrack.
Okay.
Radio stations in Europe started playing that, and it now entered the UK Top 100 as the shortest song ever entered in the Top 100.
Weird.
And it gets airplay.
So it's just 20 seconds long. They just throw that in there real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even. I mean, you get spins from Apple and Spotify, whatever. But to do the Top 100, it also includes radio play, any kind of official thing, like whatever an MTV equivalent is over there, if they're still doing videos on a television channel or something. Mm-hmm. It all counts towards that. Yeah, so the song started getting played, and people were requesting it. They put it into rotation, and it charted. So this 20-something second song from the movie is now in the top 100.
Do you find it odd that his biggest hits lately are from Super Mario Brothers animated movie and then Minecraft?
Well, he's not doing anything else right now because... him
and Kyle Gass split up because of all that stuff with Trump and... Yeah,
so... Which was... Look, I know Jack Black's not a conservative. He's not a Trump supporter. Not any of those things. Career-wise... Jack made the smart move with this because look at everything else he's succeeding in right now. Whether you like him or not, you can't knock the guy's hustle. You can't knock the ability that he works. When he did that chicken song, and I'm watching it, and I go, "Oh, they're trying to do another Peaches song." Right? Mm-hmm. Now that Peaches song is terrible. But younger people liked it because, I mean, the Super Mario Brothers movie was not terrible. That song was terrible. The movie was not. So people it was one of those things. It's a song that came out of something cute and just became a novelty thing, right?
Right.
Now, the Lava Chicken is no longer a novelty thing. It charted. So because of that, the internet being as fantastic as it can be, people went and started to remix the Lava Chicken portion of the movie.
That's great.
So there's a lot of terrible remixes out there. A lot of them are making dance mixes and club banging stuff and some other, like, they're making their own music to fit behind there, and it's okay. It is what it is. But when you remix it with, I love mashups. If you don't know that about me, I collect mashups. I have for a long time. When they're making their own mashups of this, then I'm like, all right, now I'll pay attention. Check out this first one here.
I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street. La 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 lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yeah, tasty as hell. Ooh, lava seats and now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, yeah. It's a lava.
I was not expecting Macho Man to jump in there. That was good.
Yeah. So I let when I saw Macho Man, I was like, all right, this really it wasn't bad, but that really added so much to it, right?
Right.
So you have that. Then I stumbled upon a second one,
Okay.
Which I guess I think is way better, but it was harder to find on certain platforms than it was on other. Certain platforms had it, a lot of other platforms didn't. I don't know if it's a copyright issue or whatever that it was getting pulled, but it took a bit it took a little while to find it and dig for it and find a good copy of it. Because people then is like, well, I get flagged for it, so they make bastardized versions where it started to sound like you played it on AM radio or through a telephone. They reverse and add shit to it so they could put it on their channel, but it sounds like crap. I found a good copy of it here. You might really enjoy this version.
You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken?
Nice.
Lava, chicken, skis on the chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack. Lava chicken, it's a lava attack.
Good, right?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people remix Dragula into a couple things, so that's funny.
Yeah.
For some reason, that song is very easy to like mash up to.
Because Rob is a smart guy. Rob knows that people that really study music and music theory, they're not just musicians, they study
Right.
everything. Learn, and I can even tie this to Joe Hendry, learn that there's certain things within song structure that just appeal to the masses. And it's a certain key sometimes, it's a certain BPM setting, it's all these things. So he knows his songs are hard rock songs, but they're built like pop songs. Mm-hmm. So the beats there, they're easy to remix. They're earworm style songs. And that's why they all do well. If you learn that, it's like that's why disco was so big. Even though a lot of people say they hated disco, when you take the lyrics out and you can mash that up to so many things because of the way the beat is, the bass lines, all of that stuff is structured. That's what Rob does. He builds a lot of stuff that's pop song structured, but it's rock based for all of that stuff. Joe Hendry made his song because he studied Queen. And he actually talked to Brian May about how they made We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions. And then he explained to them their process of finding the right BPM that got everybody and what would be the right flow that people would want to participate with the clap stomp and all that.
Yeah.
And he just copied that. So when it's like when he's doing the clap thing there, it's all the structure of We Will Rock You to his stuff. Smart people learn from history. I saw something here. Oh, not that one there. There it goes. I'd rather listen to Macho Man, My Perfect Friend. No, that's stupid. When Macho Man was trying to do his rap career.
It was like a rap album.
Yeah. Right. Well, I have those, and then I want to show you some AI stuff. Now, you sent over some AI stuff. You were playing around with the AI programs, and you came up with a song. Why did you do this?
I don't know. I was bored.
Okay.
I was really bored. Are you playing like the actual like audio, or is this another video?
No, this is I didn't make a video of this. You just sent me the audio of it.
Yeah. So no, I was just messing around. I know we had for I think 10th anniversary, we decided to get some music going for our show, and it was very me heavy.
Okay.
Like for some reason, it was just all about me, and then we kind of made a joke about it. So I was like, you know what? Let's do something that's a little more less me and more just the show. So I thought I'd mess around and have some fun with something.
Is this going to be like a Jake Hudson song?
No.
For those who know Jake Hudson, you probably hear it on other shows. He emails everybody links to come on his show all the time, and he sends AI generated songs to everybody. And we played that one song.
We did,
which was very nice. It was okay, and then I got flooded with more songs, and then I just never played the other songs. But this was Jake's song.
Right. I remember this one. Very country.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, you get it. So
Yeah. It's scary how AI can make stuff that really does sound kind of good. The
lyric structure needs a lot of work. The music sounds perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So this is the song Jordan came up with here. What genre is this?
East Coast rap.
Okay.
Like New York style rap kind of thing.
East Coast ninjas are the craziest. West Coast ninjas are the craziest. Something along those lines.
Hey, what's up, my
Yeah. Lights on, sound up, cue the wild ride. It's Eric Nagel with Jordan by his side. Mike's hot takes bold, no cap, no script. From the jump to the close, the vibe stays flip. They talk life, the mess and pop gone wrong. From Hollywood spin to that old school song. You want weird? They deliver it right. From bad decisions to late night fights. Hey, this week in disasters hits like a bash. Train wrecks, tech fails, the weekly crash. No fluff, just facts with that smirk and toe. When the world's on fire, they let it show. It's Eric Nagel, where chaos reigns. Talking movie flops and the latest games.
It's so bad. I love it.
Clever. Eric drops gold when you hear Scott Shannon. The truth unfolds. So hit that.
Wow, that's cool.
Isn't that good?
And stream on iHeart. They scratch that itch. Yeah. Segment 2, yeah, the media storm where they deep dive movies and break the norm. TV from the past or the stream of the week. The nerdiest finds, the boldest critique. They roast with love, where banter is the star. From comments in the chat to bringing the hard R. It's not just news, it's a weekly cleanse. Where sarcasm heals and the nonsense ends. No fake hot takes, no influencer mask. Just real ones talking, real world tasks. From bad fast food to life as a dad. They cover it raw, good or bad. So click that link, don't wait or stall. It's the only show where disasters ball.
Why is the AI out of breath while he's trying to rap?
I know, he's very tired.
Your screen feels blue. Jordan brings the spark, Eric drives the vibe. And this week in disasters keeps it alive. So hit Twitch, YouTube.
You know what? We could use this for the pre-show.
That keeps takes clean. The same background, his appointment sound. With laughs that lift and takes that pound. Segment 2, wild news.
Oh, is this just repeating the...
I think it'll end here in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's not bad.
It's AI's getting much better and at a scary pace.
I like how AI can't keep up with its own pace and was out of breath. Like when rappers are on stage live.
Yeah.
And they're running around doing everything, and then you just hear them exhausted. They can't keep up with their own pace for their own songs.
Yeah, it is. It's
pretty realistic.
We live in.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you very much. We'll definitely use that. I'll figure out some kind of, maybe we'll make a lyric video or something that plays before the show.
That'd be cool.
And does it let you break down into stems or no? Like, can you get the parts so that we could end it the right way? Or
I think so.
Yeah, see if you can go back into your session and download if it has the instrumental track or whatever it is, the vocal track, all of that stuff, and then let me play around with it and I'll produce the video for it. Now, you had told me you had done this the other night, and I want to tell you when I found out that Jordan did this. So I have a young kid, putting them to bed, and I'm at the point where I have to sit in the room until they fall asleep or they can't go to bed. So I sit there and I'm laying. They have she's got the little couch, not the couch, like a chair, like one of those overstuffed chairs, but it's built for a little kid.
Right.
So I'm laying on the floor, leaning back with my head on the chair there, and I'm watching. I think I was watching Garrett and Steve or somebody, and I fell asleep in the room, and I woke up maybe an hour later laying on the floor, and I'm sitting there. I wrote you for something and I said, I pulled a Jordan. I fell asleep on the kid's floor. And then you send me a photo that you're doing the same exact thing with your kid.
Kid had a nightmare. I went into his room, got him back to sleep, and I was just doing the same thing. I was messing around on my phone, just laying on the floor. I didn't fall asleep, but I was just messing around. And you had sent me a message. She's like, hey, I did the thing. I fell asleep on the kid's floor. And I was like, funny you should say that. I just have a picture of me laying on the floor as well. So like, yeah, we were doing the exact same thing in different different coasts.
So your kid was trying to fall asleep. You're stuck in the room there, keeping them company, writing AI music.
Yeah.
Because what else are you going to do at that time, right?
Pop in your headphone and just lay on the floor.
So
Battery's full, might as well.
Jordan tells me that he's doing this, and I go, crap, now I got to find something to compete with that. I didn't make an AI song, although I am going to go through the hard drive and find the... remember when we first started playing with it on the air?
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with that ska song for Coconut Cream Dr. Pepper?
Oh, funny you should say that. It's back.
It's back in stores. So next week I'll bring back the ska song for Coconut Cream Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
But anyway, I was like, I need to find something that's going to outdo what Jordan did. Now I don't have the thing, but I went and looked for other AI, and it comes with a video, an AI generated video. Keep an eye on the kid in the back seat who's not seatbelted in. Okay.
Okay.
Just saying that there. You're going to love this song so much. Here we go.
We were driving in the minivan, just me and mommy too, when a Prius cut her off and made her spill her Mountain Dew. She hit the brakes and hit the horn, she didn't let it slide. She rolled her window halfway down and shouted loud and wide, "You stupid fucking asshole with your head inside your dick. Are you drunk and deaf and blind, or are you just that fucking thick? Oh, use your goddamn blinkers, dumbass, Jesus fucking Christ." Then my mommy sipped her Mountain Dew and muttered, "Fuck my life." I learned so many words with mommy every time we drive. She's always teaching me new ways to tell a stranger hi. And mommy likes to make sure I have fun on every trip. And every time I learn a word, I tell it to my friends. Now we're driving slow again, and mommy's on her
Kids
phone
driving.
again. The car behind us blows their horn, and mommy says, "You want some more? Eat my shit and die, you ugly good for nothing whore. I'm gonna slam your head into my motherfucking door, and pray you aren't alive still, 'cause I'll stab you in the eyes till you regret you ever crossed me, bitch, you."
And then it cut off.
It's yeah. I have those moments where I get mad at the other drivers, and I am trying to not do it with the kids in the car.
Right.
I know you've had that moment too.
Oh, the kid does it for me now.
Yeah.
So I don't have to.
No problem. That's funny though.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
So if I can find the full version, I'll bring it back in.
Just
But
flying in the back.
yeah, but the mom's so mad, and on her, she's either drinking the glass of wine or she's texting on her phone. The kid's holding onto the wheel like they're in a wind tunnel, like they're falling off a cliff. The
That's
kid's
funny.
trying to drive. But I found this and I went, this is amazing. This is what AI should be doing.
Right, and that's what I don't mind doing it, like these little silly songs or things like that. Like I'm not sitting there trying to make money off it. I'm not trying to replace real artists. I'm just fucking around. Like that's what this is for. It's when people start using it to hoodwink the groups and get some cash out of it. I'm just not. I don't support it in that sense. But this is fun. Like this is just fun stuff.
Yeah. So speaking of people that were doing it that are trying to hoodwink artists and music and what have you, there is a guy who has a channel called There I Ruined It.
I like that guy.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what band he's from, because he was a professional musician.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the band that he was in.
See if I can find it.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. But he goes through and then makes all these songs where he takes clips from movies or TV shows and all that stuff and turns them into actual songs. He takes original songs and fucks them up in the most creative and fun way. Anyway, he has a brand new one here that you had sent to me, and I said, "Yep, I already saw it. I already have it.
It's so funny.
We're good to go." Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Taken, the musical.
I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. What I do
The
have
kid
are
being
a
dragged
very
out from the
particular
bed.
set of
I've been humming this for like a week.
Skills I have acquired over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you let
Give
my
him the
daughter
Tony.
go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't,
like the kids in the
I will
background
look
screaming.
for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
It's so good. Good luck.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. It was such a catchy way of doing that I've been humming it for a few days now. I'm just like, I don't know where you are. I was like, oh my God.
I don't know where you're from. I'm going to be singing that. But if I find you, I will kill you. It's like, all right. So good. Okay, moving on. Do we get to the hot girl now? Or did I have something else I wanted to show you before that? Oh, I could show you this while I'm loading the other video here.
Okay.
Ringtones. You're familiar with all the different kinds of ringtones for cell phones that we've had over the course of generations, right?
I find it actually funny that we've strayed away so much from wanting a ringtone that like it used to be such a big ordeal to buy them, and they had the callback tones and different text tones, and now it's like I don't want anybody calling me.
Yeah, I mean, but people were buying
silent.
They wanted, like, we were selling clips of Jim Norton on some of the things he would say. We would sell them for ringtones, and he made a pretty good money doing that.
Yeah, it was such a huge ordeal.
And then there were, people were buying MIDI versions of video game themes and all of that kind of stuff. And then the record labels all said, well, hell, why don't we just put the songs out there in these clips and sell them again for the millionth time and make money off of that?
Yeah, I think Apple still has a store for them too. I again don't need it.
When that callback,
call me.
when that callback clip stuff came on, meaning when you call somebody and
you hear
the
music.
phone would ring a certain song so you knew who it was. It's just like, I hate everybody. I want to take your phone and just smash it into your face and tell you to just stop. Nobody wants to hear this shit.
Yeah.
So some guys got creative and they I think it's an Apple noise that's played on the xylophone. It goes dun 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 dun. I don't know if it's like the FaceTime theme or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they went even further and they said, let's do all the ringtone sounds on the xylophone. Check this out.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I know that one. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like everyone's phone going off at once.
Right.
And you just want to go, I need to leave this restaurant or get me off the subway now. Can't handle that. But I thought that was kind of clever. Those two guys had a giant xylophone and they're like, let's just recreate everything that and is annoying to you. All right.
I mean, that's pretty talented. I mean, again, AI is fun to mess around with, but like when you see someone with legit talent, you're like, all right, this is why AI is still never going to take over everything. That was pretty cool.
I'm going to show you what quite possibly could be one of the most beautiful women that I've ever seen in my life. And I know
that's a bold statement, Cotton.
Well, I think once you see this, you may agree with me. And I came across this lady because she does it as promotional videos for her family's pizzeria up in Calgary, Canada.
Oh, we have to go by Canadian standards then.
No. I think this...
Because here's the thing. Are we going by like a New Jersey 8 or is it a Scottsdale 2?
No, we're not doing the numbers like a douchebag. She's a Cleveland 6 at best.
Right.
Really? What scale are you rating this on, you So many retarded people out there. Stop doing these scales of numbers that you have no measurement of information whatsoever. Right?
Rate her like a Portnoy pizza.
Right.
Like a 6.5.
Yes, Hellraiser came across because it showed up, and then I immediately followed all her videos. So yes, came across.
I always find it funny when I see some of these like scantily clad women. You go in there, you're like, oh, that's neat. You go in there and you see friends of yours' names like this or follows this, and like, you dirty bastards.
Most of the time when something like that shows up on your, what is it, your Explorer page or
something
front
like that,
page?
the For You page, yeah.
Whatever that thing is on Instagram where you click it and you see all the stuff that shows up. A lot of it's based on your algorithm, and a good portion of it is based on what your people that you follow are watching. And I know this because a lot of stuff that I watch fucks up our Super Agent Rob Stark's feed all the time. And he goes, what are you watching now? I go, what?
So much.
What are you talking about? I got this showing up on my feed. Oh, yeah. How did you? Oh, yeah. You follow my account.
Scantily clad woman dancing in the middle of a Home Depot. There you go, Rob.
Yeah, so a lot of the times I see the scantily clad stuff come up there, and I realize it's because Roland is following them.
Oh,
so I see Roland's food court account on there. I'm like, oh, good for Roland. So anyway,
I started following him too.
She does these little promotional videos where she's really cooking. She makes amazing looking food in a very sexy, provocative way for her family's restaurant in Calgary, Canada. Take a look at this.
Let's make a pizza.
She knows what she's doing. She looks like one of those.
They know what they're doing.
The Revlon commercials where her hair is flipping around in the wind. The only problem with these videos is when they put songs on there, it's way higher than hearing what she's actually saying.
You can't hear a word she's saying. And you can adjust that when you make these videos. People are just too stupid to get in there and do it.
Right. Now, people would say, who gives a shit what she's saying? I know, but sometimes you want to know what it is she's cooking while you're staring at
what did you just put on that pizza?
At her eye candy.
I'm going to pull a Frankie Bronson and go, yeah, but she's not wearing a hairnet.
Okay. She's not wearing gloves. Did she wash her hands? Yeah. What is she fondling before she's touching my food?
Mushroom pizza. The government uses mushrooms to control the masses.
Well, that's one of many videos that we are going to be watching because I pulled several, and we're going to watch all of them.
Let's make a pizza.
Now, because she puts these videos out, how many, just dregs of society are showing up at this restaurant now? Trying to woo her over. I want to see the hot
chick make my pizza.
Yeah, trying to woo her over. Like, she might go out with me. I'll go to her restaurant. I'll spend a lot of money.
Do you come with the pizza? Oh, you.
They spent a ton of money. They're sitting there. She's flirting with them. She's like, they just spent $120. What do I give a shit? God. Mark Z calls her the marvelous Mrs. Basil.
Got it. Nailed it. That's good.
Could be a show title too. But the not having a bra in the thing definitely I think helps. So canned tomatoes by any means is points off for you.
I mean the pizza. I mean the pies look good. She's not bad looking. I'm not gonna disagree. whether she's like the most stunning person I've ever seen, it's debatable.
How dare you?
She's very mousy looking.
How dare you? How dare you? I'm ready to fire you. Watch this next video and see if you change your opinion. This thing I've never seen before.
I've seen this in a couple videos lately.
Where they lay it over the pizza so that you can cut the slices?
Cut.
Fantastic. Hold on.
The problem I have is that she doesn't look like she has a lot of meat on her bones, which means she ain't eating that pizza, and I can't trust her. Like, come on. I can't trust that this pizza's good if you're not eating it. She's got no hips. She's pretty, though. She is pretty.
So you need some meat on the bones is what you're saying.
You got to have something to hold on to, man.
Intersex. So Iraq, when are we going for pizza in Calgary? As soon as I can get a trip up there. Right now I'm stuck with the real ID issue that I got to get. But then
you still have your passport. You don't.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm using my passport for everything. I got summoned for jury duty in Phoenix, and it's a government building. I may just show up without my real ID or passport to see if they let me in to do it.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, no thanks.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Frankie Bronson here in the chat. Stunning is a little extreme. She is sexy, don't get me wrong. But compared to a Victoria's Secret angel, she's a backstage help, not on the stage. Oof. No, fuck that. A lot of those high tier models and everything, they can take good looking photos, but you see them up close, they're not. Like they've got a body, they've got a lot of, fucking collagen and Botox and fake tits and all that stuff. And that's fine, but when you stare at it up close, you're kind of like, all right, I lose the whole appeal for that. That is perfect. In fact, we're going to watch another one.
Let's make fresh ravioli con pomodorini e pistachio.
Imagine you work your entire life to build up an establishment, have all this fantastic food and a great reputation, and then all of your recent success for your restaurant comes from your kid. All right, hold on a second. We're going back.
Wait, what the hell was that about? Gotta get them clicks.
Yeah, we'll leave that on there. The most recent success for the restaurant is because your daughter is making these videos, and now everyone's just coming to your place because they're looking to see your hot daughter.
Right.
Do you have any resentment that you spent a lifetime perfecting your craft and skills and for making these recipes and maintaining a successful restaurant?
I mean, I guess you find success.
The answer is no, Jordan.
Yeah, I was going to say, you find success however you find it, I guess.
Right. Keep going.
They say abs are made in the kitchen, so I stay in the kitchen.
But see, Rob, now going forward, your algorithm is going to be much more acceptable.
I'd laugh if it's just pizza videos. It's not even her.
It's like what Domino's is doing with those fake influencers. Like you got the bald chick, you got the guy who's sitting there going, hey, forget about it. And it's like, you're not from New York and you're acting like you're from New York and this is good pizza.
Here's the thing. If you put in Calgary pizza hot girl into your Google, you'll find her immediately.
I'll plug
she is the first person to come up.
I'll definitely plug the restaurant. That's no big deal. It's Pronto Pizza and Pasta, 401 9th Avenue Southwest, Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Tell her Eric Nagel sent you.
Yes, tell them that you found out about her on the show. It's not going to do anything, but just please tell them. They would be nice to know that the other people are doing this. Intersect saying, listen, I unfortunately follow a pizza account from Toronto and it doesn't have a hot girl attached. So what does that say about me? It means that you've just been upgraded and you're welcome. Follow that.
Do you like pizza?
This,
I mean, at least she's got a legit Italian name. So it's not one of those weird chicks that just work at her dad's place. This is a legit pizza place.
She's probably a weird chick that works at her dad's place, but she's stunning. As we'll see by this final video.
Let's make a pizza.
Good with her hands with the dough. She's flinging it all over the place.
Yeah, she could cook a pie. I mean, it's good for her.
She knows what she's doing. Looks great.
I have
and the pizza too
right now. Right.
Yeah, we're both watching the video for different reasons.
So hungry.
Well, anyway, you're welcome. If you want to give them a follow, Pronto Pizza and Pasta in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Pronto YYC on Instagram if you want to check that out. So you'll be glad that you did. Do we have anything else that I want to show you? Oh, you want to keep? We can finish off with food before we go to segment 2.
Of course, I love food.
So from time to time, we have mentioned the fact of buffet places are very few and far between now.
Yeah.
Unless they're a regional thing like a Southern cooking kind of, or Midwest, I think still does a lot of buffets. If you're in the Amish area, they do what they call smorgasbords, which are essentially buffets. But the days of restaurants having a salad bar are pretty much gone. You don't see that all over the place. But to find out when fast food and casual chains had those kind of services and they don't anymore is disappointing. Yeah. One I've talked about many times is remembering the days of the Pizza Hut buffet.
Oh my God, I love the Pizza Hut buffet.
Right.
So it was one of my favorites.
It was dirt cheap that you'd go in and unlimited pizza, salad bar, dessert bar. And that's where you learn the tricks of the trade, where you don't take the little bowl to get the soft serve ice cream. You take the soup cup and you go over and you get the ice cream that way. So you're getting more bang for your buck there.
I found out, I think it was in the probably the 90s, early late 80s, 90s, Wendy's had a buffet at some point.
I don't think they had a potato bar.
Yeah, it was like a salad bar.
Yeah, it was salad bar, but they still sell baked potatoes. People forget that Wendy's was really good with the baked potatoes. They used to have the potato bar. So you go in, you get your cheese, the sour cream, chives, bacon, and tied in with the salad bar, because then you could start adding other cool shit like green olives onto it, which I know Jordan hates.
Lost me immediately.
Old Wrestler saying, I never knew Pizza Hut had buffet style. Dude, it was
the best.
You sit down at one of those booths.
Get the big red cup.
The big red cups, the clear pitchers of soda that has way too much crushed ice in it. The stained glass lamp that was above you.
So I have found a company that makes little pins, you put them on your backpacks or whatever, of that stained glass chandelier,
right,
or light.
This is from our pal Twisted. Follow her on Twitch. I play games with her and stuff too. She's very fun and very funny and fun to watch. she was talking about the girls' pizzas. I feel like there's going to be hair in the pizza.
Told you, yeah.
Look, it's a minor inconvenience, my friend, minor inconvenience. But she does remember the Pizza Hut buffets. Yeah. Again, very few and far between, if any place even has them anymore. But I found an old commercial. I want to show you what it exactly was and the prices. I love when we watch those old commercials and you see the prices.
Bums me out.
And it seemed like, well, that's a cheap meal, but we can't do that every day this week. If you had these prices for an all-you-could-eat pizza buffet, you'd be like
dinner every night.
Every night. Plus, I'm bringing
get something
Tupperware.
Different every night.
Yeah, I'm bringing Tupperware and taking home what I don't finish. Here we go.
Pizza Hut, making it great. Mention Pizza Hut Buffet to your family and watch them come running. It's all the pizza, pasta, and salad you can eat. Just $3.99 for adults and $1.99 for kids who tend to get hungry too. So when your appetite says buffet and your budget says bargain, Pizza Hut's got all you can eat. Call your hometown Pizza Hut restaurant for Sunday buffet serving hours. $3.99 for adults and $1.99 for kids. Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Making it great.
You just go in there.
$3.99 is the price of the drink now. Like it's $4 for a soda.
Yeah, but that was the thing where you loved, like you'd go and you get the pizza. They'd have 5 or 6 different styles, and you would keep an eye out as a kid because the second you saw somebody over there and they took the circular tray out and they were bringing something new pizza, you wanted to get the fresh out of the oven hot pizza where it's all melty and gooey to go get all that. Yeah, I miss those days. That's all gone.
They
Salad
used to
bars.
have a program for Pizza Hut for kids where if you read books, you get it. It was called the Book It program. So like, parents would get the pizza, the buffet. You'd go get your free personal pan pizza for reading, whatever books. Pizza Hut used to be really good.
Hellraiser. I didn't know Pizza Hut buffets were discontinued. Yet again, I haven't been to Pizza Hut in 6 years.
They're few and far between. Some of them still have the dine-in experience,
right?
But you're not going to find
the ones around here don't. And I only know that because it was near another store I went to, and I see the line going through the one side of the restaurant, but not the main side where you would go in for the dining area. So I was like, why is there a line at Pizza Hut? And I walked over there. They have a thing on the side. It looked like we were back in pandemic times. You walked up to this table either to order or pick up your order. They closed the whole restaurant.
Really?
Like this, and it's pretty big. They're not using the restaurant. So I was talking to the guy. He said, how come you're doing it this way? Oh, they closed the restaurant years ago. So I guess during pandemic times, they shut down the restaurants and they only have the kitchen and the side counter open for orders and pick up takeout. And that's it. The whole restaurant is not being used. So I'm like, is it just this one? And I started, asking around to some people. I'm like, do you have a Pizza Hut near you? Did you ever go? And I'm finding out more and more they close a lot of the restaurants.
Right.
So why have it open? What did you do?
Hold on.
There you go. Try it again.
Yeah, see that's got those are the
I don't
old
see
lamps.
I don't see it. Hold on. Try it again. Move that there. Do that. There we go.
Yeah, they see the old
that's
lamps?
what I'm talking about. The stained glass the lamps that would hang over the tables.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get one of those.
I know.
I saw some on eBay and I'm really debating on it, but I don't know. I don't have a place to hang it up.
Every time I see those big plastic Coca-Cola red cups, you can buy them on Amazon now, but I was like, I'm going to replace every cup in my house with just a big plastic.
Because it was the best.
They were the best.
Now, granted, I grew up on Long Island in the, within the shadow of New York City. You didn't go to these places for Italian food or Pizza Hut. No. I mean, for pizza and what have you. But once in a while you did, if it was just, you were out somewhere and that was what was near you. Oh, let's get Pizza Hut for lunch. Okay. And then you had the whole buffet thing. Now, I bring that back up again to tell you about another fast food restaurant that I was never aware had a buffet ever. Ever. Can you guess? Or did you see what the video title is?
No, I haven't looked.
Okay.
Fast food. I mean, the only other place I could think of fast food that would be really weird would be like a McDonald's, but I don't think they ever had like a buffet.
No, McDonald's never had it.
Or a
Burger
hot
King
bar
didn't
or
have it. Roy Rogers, when that was still a thing, I mean, they're few and far between now, had the Fixins bar. Another thing I used to talk about, how I'd just take the cups full of pickles for long drives. You'd go use the bathroom, order like the double R bar or their roast beef sandwich or something, and go to the Fixins bar.
Right.
Get your horsey sauce on, and then get the cups of pre-pack your cups of pickles and take them all in the car there. So you're just eating pickle chips the whole time. But this restaurant is called KFC. Are you familiar with KFC?
More known in my day as Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Correct.
Until it became weird to call it that.
I had no idea that Kentucky Fried Chicken even had any kind of buffet concept at their places. Apparently they did for a while, but it wasn't everywhere. There were certain places that had it, but not every place had it. I came across a video. I believe there's only one left in the United States that has the buffet, and it's in Kentucky. I think it's Mount Vernon, Kentucky.
Okay.
And this guy goes to it. Now, I just want to state, this guy is super annoying. Really annoying.
Good to know.
Food bloggers and influencers usually are terrible.
They're very awkward.
They're awkward. They don't know how to exist as proper human beings. And they just do and say weird, awkward things that just go, I don't even want to try this place anymore because you went there.
Right.
You've ruined this experience for me. This is one of those guys. We'll never get to Kentucky to go to the buffet, but the fact that it exists blew my mind. Take a look at this.
This is one of the only KFC buffets still standing. It is in the middle of Alabama.
Oh, this one's Alabama. There's two then. The other one is in Mount Vernon, Kentucky, which I think is near where the headquarters was for KFC for many years.
I feel like I struck gold. I am going to get emotional because this has been a journey. This KFC buffet made it through so many presidents. And man,
see, he's trying to be a character. He's trying to be a personality. He sucks.
They're always overly zealous. They're yelling at you. Like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah.
Tell me about the buffet.
Oh my God. Finding this KFC.
He's wearing
was
a
no joke.
douchebag
I had to join
shirt,
Facebook
too.
Groups. I had to find maps. I had to call places. There's only a few left. And when I tell you this place was bumping, this place was so busy. Look at that. The buffet was literally...
He said so busy, so he shows the sign by the street, doesn't show the parking lot, doesn't show the restaurant packed with people.
$10.99 with a drink. So cheap. They give you these like styrofoam plates. And I picked a good spot with some good lighting because I'm...
Who fucking cares what you're doing in there? I just went backwards because I got so mad.
Annoying.
He's like, oh, I got a good seat with good light. They always hyper focus on the most minute details for their videos because they're like, if I keep it going longer, more people are going to watch this. It's like, get to the fucking point and then be done with it.
I picked a good spot with some good lighting because I'm here for work, yo. This is important documentation. So you got to get a new plate every time you go. And it might look small, but there was so much.
You got to get a new plate every time you go up. Yeah, of course. If they're not giving, even if you went to a traditional buffet place, they give you the ceramic plates, right? And the cutlery. You don't go back up with the same plate. You leave it there. They clear it, and you go take a new plate. I can't even call him a bumpkin because bumpkins would know how this all works. He's just clueless.
Collard green biscuits, fresh biscuits, a bunch of mac and
collard
cheese.
greens.
And I haven't been to KFC in a while. They had pinto beans, of course, the classic green beans. They had fried okra. They had mashed potatoes, and scooping it was so satisfying.
$100 says this first time he's tried
gravy.
any of those things.
Yeah.
And he will not like them because of his melanin.
Okra sucks. Collard greens are... Look, I
don't mind okra if done right, but yeah, I'm
people
not a huge
make collard greens all differently. Some do it where it's like cooking with a ham or ham hocks or something like that. It's just not for me. Okra is no.
Scooping it was so satisfying. They had a brown.
He's like, scooping it was so satisfying. Why was it satisfying?
Because someone else wasn't serving it. That's why buffets are fun. You feel
gravy
like
and
you're
a white
controlling
gravy. I didn't
things.
try the white gravy. I don't know why I didn't. I was kind of overwhelmed. They had corn.
He's overwhelmed. I'd be excited to try it, but I'm not overwhelmed by this food.
I don't know
They
what
had
to
all-
choose.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the buffet. Do it all. Who cares?
Gizzards, and they had the crispy and the original fried chicken, and the pieces were huge.
No, they're not. They're the same fucking size that they serve in the 8-piece or the whatever the big bucket is.
The 24.
Is there 24 pieces in that
I think
bucket?
there's a 24. Well, no, I think there's a 12 piece. or
Okay.
16 piece.
I was gonna say that seems like a lot of chicken for that bucket size, but
I mean, I'm still thinking about pizza.
Huge. Oh my God, doesn't that look beautiful? I was so excited. And then there was kind of like a salad bar area. And I went back up. I got some coleslaw, pickles, Jello. What? And this like butter spread.
no one gets Jello.
I'm not gonna lie,
they had-
like as low rent as KFC's coleslaw is, it's one of my favorites.
KFC's coleslaw is fantastic. It's better than the
good,
mac and
because like
cheese.
it's one of my favorites. It's what I grew up on. And one time I went to a place that had coleslaw, but it was like the purple cabbage. And when they put it on my plate, I was like, "That's not coleslaw."
No.
Like I was just comparing it to KFC so much.
No. Anytime I've gone to KFC, I would get the potatoes and gravy and the coleslaw. Of
course. Yep.
Yeah.
Chocolate and vanilla.
Yeah, you're right, Bartholomew. A single cube of Jello. That's what he scooped on his plate.
Oh, you didn't want to fill up.
Jello pudding and also some apple pie.
And he was overwhelmed. You got to calm down.
And those puddings are the worst because they're prepackaged.
Snack pack pudding.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels like Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving dinner. All right, somebody's trying not to out himself in front of his parents. I got it.
It feels like Thanksgiving dinner. Like, I haven't had KFC in a minute, but this chicken was so freaking good. What? Did they do it differently here? Like,
Oh, fuck this guy. His personality sucks. It really sucks, and it's ruining the video of the semi good looking food.
it was so bomb. I was not.
It was so bomb.
Is it weird that like I'm looking at it right now and I can like accurately know what that potato and gravy little combo tastes like? Like the potatoes have a distinct taste to them. The gravy has a distinct taste to it.
Yep.
It's like I'm imagining exactly what this meal tastes like, and I'm annoyed by this guy completely.
That gravy is a lot of beef tallow and salt.
Right? Very salty.
Not saying it's wrong. Not saying it's not delicious. That's exactly what it is, though.
here. Like, it was so bomb. I was not a big fan of the gizzards. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat them. They put that stuff out there for those people that think like the dark meat is good.
It tasted like liver. Is that liver? I don't know.
Frankie Brown, yeah, KFC is good, but again, depends on the location. That can also be true. Bartholomew, why is he half-assing a Bobcat Goldthwait voice? Yeah, I know. Just either commit. I'm telling you, he's trying to hide something from his parents.
The biscuits. Oh my God, they were so much salt.
Oh. This guy. Look how he put the butter on the biscuit.
I don't know.
I've never seen this.
The biscuits. Oh my God.
What is he just like putting it on the outside of the biscuit?
He's squeezing the butter capsule, whatever that thing is, onto the top of the biscuit and then biting it from the side.
No, you open that damn thing up, you put butter in there, you wait till it melts, and then you load it up with that honey, and then just eat the damn thing. Or you just scoop your potatoes with it.
That too, but you cut open the biscuit at least, right?
At least.
Yeah.
You don't eat the outside. That's
God, they were so much saltier and softer here. Oh my God, not dry at all with that buttery spread. The mac and cheese was not, whatever. Okra, bomb. Collard greens. Is that what collard greens? Were those greens? I don't know. Greens were good. The green beans are like, kind of like the canned green beans, not great. The pinto beans.
Wait a minute. When he was saying, he's like, of course you got to get the green beans. Now he's saying, oh, they're like canned green beans. They're not that great. We could have told you that from the beginning.
Right.
You don't get the vegetables at a KFC.
Right. The only thing you get at KFC that's even remotely a vegetable is the corn when you get the chicken bowl.
I don't think. Oh, with the chicken bowl, yes. I know they do the corns
cheese,
on the
gravy.
cob. I don't think I ever got the corn on the cob from
KFC.
KFC. But yeah, if you get the chicken bowl,
yeah.
You know what I used to really love? KFC used to have a wrap called the Twister.
Mm-hmm. I remember
And
those.
it was just chicken strips, lettuce, tomato, and then they had like some kind of peppery ranch thing in it.
They had a couple different sauces you can put in there, yeah.
I loved that, and they never brought it back.
These are like, kind of like the canned green beans, not great. The pinto beans were all right. The mashed potatoes, classic. I wanted to try the white gravy. I don't know why I didn't try the white.
Because you were too busy prancing around being an asshole.
And what's great is that he could have easily gone up and got some white gravy, but instead he made a big deal about filming that he didn't try the white gravy. That was a bit.
And then he's in his video because he's doing the voiceover for a video. He's looking. He's like, "Is this the green beans? I can't tell. It's green. I mean, the collard greens, is this green? I can't." You can tell. We just saw it. It's like, yeah, you ate the fucking collard greens, you dummy.
My gravy. This is plate number 2 with the original. Oh my God, the coleslaw. Like, I should have just gotten a plate of coleslaw. The pickles were delicious as well. But y'all, just the fried.
And how he's eating the chicken is disturbing too.
He's peeling the skin off, not even eating the chicken.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm fine with trying that, but then like take a bite of the chicken.
If you bite into the chicken, right, and you peel it off and part of the skin comes off because you bit into the chicken and you eat it like that, I get it. But when you're stripping the entire chicken for the skin and you're not eating the chicken with the skin, he's a psychopath.
He's a creeper.
He's a psychopath. We need to investigate his history.
Chicken skin. Oh, and the apple pie with the chicken, like stuck to the chicken, was good. The jellos and all of the puddings were like kind of not great. Like,
yeah, no shit.
They were just like literally like Jello. I'm like, what is this?
Wait, so he got the Jello thing? He wasn't going to be Jello?
It's like, it's literally Jello. I'm like, what is this? They're all dumb. They're dumb motherfuckers. A lot of these food influencers and these bloggers and stuff. There are people who do know their shit. Like if you watch barbecue videos, those guys are not half-assing it. Like they add a little bit of, they pad their commentary a little bit. But when they're showing you how it's done or how they know what to look for. They know how to cook things. They're just adding the entertainment value to it. This guy doesn't know how to fucking cook a thing. I guarantee you, he's the guy that does DoorDash for 7-Eleven. Like at night, he's getting Tostitos or I'm not Tostitos, taquitos, whatever those stupid roller things that nobody really eats until the end of the day, and they're going to throw them out so they're only $1, and then every drunk person buys it.
It's people like this and videos like this that really like make me wish the pandemic was still going because no one was going out to do these kinds of commentary. Just don't talk.
Intersect saying, I have good news for everyone at least. This dude is eating alone for a reason. No one else likes him either. That is fantastically put. Yeah.
Because you notice all his stuff is voiceover, which means he knows that he can't do the voiceover at this place because people are going to hate him for it.
No.
So he films himself eating and then he goes home and records it later.
I'll give him one thing. He was smart enough to buy the app that he's editing this with. You ever see some of those videos where it still says like CapCut or InShot? And you go, you didn't spend the $15 for the app, but you're doing all of it. Oh, nobody has any pride in anything they do. Hellraiser 69. This guy's got a voice for radio. I got to get a purple filter. That'll look really cool. Oh, crap. I keep moving the thing there. There we go.
Pickles were delicious as well, but y'all, just the fried chicken skin. Oh, and the apple pie with the chicken, like stuck to the chicken, was good. The jellos and all of the puddings were like kind of not great. Like they were just like literally like Jello. I'm like, what is this? And then
yeah, Jello. It's like literally like Jello. What is this? It's Jello. You knew what it was when you got it. You knew what it was when you tasted it. I hate these people. When they do stuff like that, they're over emotional all the time. Everything's got to be such a high, such a low. Come with me on my journey as we're going to go discover. I'm going to show you a day in the life of me, something to do. These are the same assholes that document their vacation. It's like, hey, I went away for a week on a cruise, or I went to this resort, or I went to some foreign country. You spent your entire vacation making videos and staging shit instead of enjoying your vacation. A couple of photos, maybe a video at the end. It's like, here's some highlights of stuff I did. I get that.
Right.
I wouldn't post that stuff, but I get it. But when they're constantly seeing people, a lot of girls in radio do this stuff too. I see, the accounts that I follow, and all of a sudden they went on vacations with their boyfriends, husbands, whatever, family, whatever they're doing. And they're just, it's like every day, twice a day, maybe there's new content. There's new stuff. It's like, stop documenting your vacation. Stop making trending videos of you clicking this or flipping your robe around, and now I'm wearing a different bathing suit. Now I'm in my evening wear to go out. It's like no one gives a shit. I can't figure out a way to report these videos to get them pulled off because there's nothing to say. They're just, wildly annoying. That's not a feature. I hate that. Intersect. If he did this on vacation, that voice was done in his hotel room, his quiet, lonely hotel. See, you get it. You get it. He's like, I had to travel all over the place. He probably lives up the road somewhere in some podunk town in Alabama wishing that he was smart enough to go to the University of Alabama because that whole culture centers around that college, which, by the way, my nephew graduated from there this year. Roll Tide, as they say. But he's sitting there. It's like, I was not good enough to get into the University of Alabama. I'm now doing performance videos at a KFC buffet.
Oh my God, I went back up, you guys. I literally went back up. Big back, big back, big back, big back. And after that, y'all, I was stuffed.
Yeah, the way he's talking, I don't think he's hiding anything from his parents.
My God,
No, I think he's trying, but he's not succeeding. He thinks he's hiding, but everybody knows they're just waiting for him to fess up.
Experienced one of the best things ever, and I'm so sad that I don't know if I'm going to be back anytime. Best of luck finding one. There's a Facebook group, but this was in Pell City, Alabama.
Yeah, whatever.
Like ever.
Guys, I'm so full. I don't know what to do. I can't walk around.
I really want that white gravy. Winks at the camera.
Why didn't I go back? I don't know why I didn't get the white gravy, because you had enough white gravy this morning. That's why you didn't have. You didn't go back for seconds or thirds. But he's probably going after this meal. He's going back for some white gravy.
He's gonna go get that white gravy.
Yeah. Bartholomew, one of the best things ever. Meanwhile, he's talking shit about most of the offerings.
Oh, yes. God, I know. I had such a great experience. All the food sucked. The chicken, though, was good.
So dumb. So dumb. But anyway.
While we were doing that, I was actually looking at the KFC menu. I'm like, if we get out of here soon enough, I might go get some KFC tonight because I'm in a different time zone. I can get me a bowl.
Another thing KFC unfortunately changed, they got rid of their potato wedges.
Yeah,
which were
sometimes you can get them, but then like they're not as good anymore.
No, they don't. I mean, I haven't been in a long time, so I don't know. But you used to be able to get them with everywhere. Then they switched to French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Around the same time that Taco Bell thought it was a good idea that we should also be selling French fries. They're not good.
Yeah, like Taco Bell's doing like chicken nuggets now.
Yeah, who cares?
Like, do you just
know why they're selling chicken nuggets? Because, when people like to say, oh, you collect Funkos, you collect these other things here, you're still a man-child, whatever. No. I work, I make money, I do all the things I have to do. Then that allows me, affords me the lifestyle to do these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But if our food discussions, any food that I post is not that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm buying, prime rib. I'm doing all of this stuff where I'm learning to cook, to smoke, to do all of these things. I've upgraded all of that stuff. You've got people in their 30s, pushing almost 40 now, that still need their chicken nugs and their mac and cheese. They're not, look, chicken nuggets are fine, but when that's all you're eating, when you're door dashing 7-Eleven and Subway and all of that shit, and you're like, I don't have any money for anything. Yeah, because you spent it all on these fucking services to get shit food and other nonsense instead of learning how to cook. That's the result of your society that you got to deal with.
Right.
Now, because you said that, I would also like, if you got me a piece of KFC, I would not say no to it.
There'll be the post-show picture of what place I went to that Eric can't go to right now. I do like to do that when I go to Jack in the Box every time.
I do miss that. I do have a Popeyes not far from me. Popeyes, good. Popeyes, super expensive.
I forgot. I went down to I was down in Tucson when I went to go see Jimmy Eat World a couple weeks back, and I was down in Tucson earlier because I was working from there. And for lunch, I went to get Popeyes because you had posted something. And you had said quit with all the pickle flavored shit, and so I was like, you know what? They have all that.
Yeah, they did a special menu where everything was Southern fried pickle.
Yeah, so I got the chicken sandwich with like a honey pickle sauce, which wasn't half bad because it just felt like it had more pickles on the sandwich.
Right.
But I got the pickle lemonade just to try it.
Oh, that
was weird because you drink it. It was just like, oh, this is lemonade.
Are they still
and the
doing?
Second you're done drinking, it just tastes like pickle juice.
Do I have to now go to Popeyes tomorrow and try pickle lemonade?
It's weird. It's weird. I can't even tell you if I like recommend it or not. Like it's just such a weird combination.
I'm looking on their website to see if they're still doing the pickle promotion. Oh, on the front page, big box energy.
Oh no! Yep, devour 2 pieces of signature chicken or 3-piece tenders.
Yeah, let's see. Go into their menu here. Oh, limited time. Is this it?
They're still doing it.
Yeah, here it is. Pickle glazed chicken sandwich, chilled pickle premium lemonade
It was
frozen pickle premium lemonade.
I got the regular, and then I got the strawberry cream cheese pie, which was
pickled
delightful.
Flounder fish sandwich. I'm not a seafood fan, but fast food seafood sounds even worse.
Yeah, people love like the fish sandwich at McDonald's. I just don't understand that.
All right, I'm gonna have to try to get over to Popeyes tomorrow or sometime this weekend and try the chilled pickled premium lemonade.
I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't know why they call it premium. It's literally lemonade. They take the lemonade and they just put it in there, and then they have like a little squeezy bottle of just pickle juice, and then they just squeeze it in there, mix it up, and that's it. And when you're drinking it, if you're constantly drinking just a big swig of it, tastes like lemonade, and then the after effect is just pickles.
Does it taste like you drank the bottom of the Vlasic bottle? Okay.
Yeah. I gotta say, it wasn't my favorite thing in the world, but like I didn't hate it either. Like, I don't know. The glazed sandwich though, that was good. I like that.
I'm gonna have to try that. Jimmy ate World, Jordan ate Popeyes.
Exactly.
All right. Bartholomew, I love Popeyes. They've never gotten a single order of mine 100% correct, but that shit is worth it.
Right?
I would say yes. Like, Popeyes is one of the places where I usually will get the chicken strips there. I don't do chicken strips normally. Like, if you're going for fried chicken, you get fried chicken. But, like, their chicken sandwich meal is like $15.
Yeah.
For the side, the drink, and the chicken sandwich, $15. They have a blackened chicken sandwich too, which I don't think I've tried that. I've tried the blackened chicken and something else they had, which wasn't bad, but it's so expensive now.
Mm-hmm. No, everything is.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it's
like, at
acceptable.
what point do we say everything's so expensive? Because everything's just gonna be at this point.
I know. Well, that's why I don't go to these places anymore, and I haven't for a long time. I make everything at home now.
Yeah, I just happened to be in an area where I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. I remember you posted about it," and I popped in, and yeah, it was weird.
Frankie Bronson, learning to maintain a home like cooking, laundry, etc., is an essential part of adulting. I'm annoyed that you said adulting because I hate when
he's like, you had me up until this point, and then now your point is moot.
Because you see those videos where they're like, adulting is hard, and it's like you're not meant for this world. I'm glad you'll never own a home or a car or something like that because this is the way you're acting and conducting yourself in public. You don't deserve this. Let's see. Fast food's a lot pricier now, and it used to be just like, who was the expensive one? Like Shake Shack was the expensive one, and Five Guys were expensive.
Yeah, people complain it's like, $10 burger, and then you have to buy fries. But now it's like that's the standard.
Yeah, but at least with a Five Guys, you made the exception for it. Like, well, yeah, that food's worth it. I don't get it all the time. Their fries are amazing. Their burgers are amazing. It's worth it. I'm not a milkshake guy. I know people usually get a milkshake with their stuff there. Like, milkshakes are like the go-to for Five Guys. I get the soda or an iced tea. But it was worth the price. You didn't go all the time like you would to a McDonald's or something, but it was worth it. Now everything is that price or more expensive. And you just go... my neighbor that's orders the fast food for his kids and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. He sends me those screenshots that I sent to you of the McDonald's app and is he Wendy? Burger King. He does Burger King and McDonald's. And you see the prices. It's like, well, you could get this. It's buy one. It's not like buy one, get one if you bought a double cheeseburger. It's buy one, get one 50% off or 20% off or something ridiculous. But the thing is like specials or sales only available through the app. So if you go into the restaurant itself to order something, you're paying full price. But if you ordered it through the app, you get the discount, or you get the Big Mac meal reduced, or the Happy Meal, whatever the staples are for there. A lot of these places do that now. They don't have their advertising telling you, come on down now, the McChicken sandwich is back, or the McRib is back, and get it for a limited time at this price. They don't do that anymore. They don't show you the price of this shit. Because you knew those restaurants.
God, McDonald's has become like market pricing menus.
Yeah.
It's
that's kind of where I was going too. But some of those restaurants where you sit down with the menu and you look and you go, wait, there's no prices on here.
What the hell's market price?
So you're like, Well, market price usually was for fish or for steak
no, I know,
or something,
but like
right?
For McDonald's, come on now.
No, I understand. But those restaurants where you sit down, like, there's no prices on the entries. Yeah. Like, why is it none of the meals have a price on there? Oh, because it's expensive. That's why they don't put it on there. That's what these fast food places have turned into now. They don't show you the price because you're going to turn around and go, oh, I can't get no, that's Subway, $5 a foot long.
They don't even do that.
They haven't done that in a long time.
You're lucky if you can get one for like $7.
I think that's, you know what? I think that's the commercial I saw recently that you can get a foot long on Tuesdays or something. You get a foot long for $7. Like that's the big.
But it's only like the tuna or like a turkey with nothing.
It's something terrible. It's like, why would you even bother with this? Hey, Big Red Tower's in the chat. I paid $14 for a goddamn gourmet grilled cheese a few months ago.
Ugh.
Well, where depends where you got it and how good the grilled cheese was. Like if it was a Gruyere with like bacon crumbles and some other stuff like that, that's worth the $14 for a grilled cheese. If it's like the shit you would get at I don't know, at a diner, like that, no, that's right, not worth the money at all.
Cheap white bread and a slice of a Kraft single.
Right. Frankie, the Nagels are American royalty. They dropped the nuke on. That's not true. I don't know who keeps putting that on my Wikipedia page, but that is not true at all. Okay, so that's it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to go into segment 2, television, movies, streaming updates, all of the new stuff that you should pay attention to because it might be worth your time watching it if anyone does that anymore. Where can I find it? There it is. We'll be right back.
More, it's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel.
Next. We're back with It's Eric Nagel.
Segment 2 of the show. Eric Jordan here with you talking about television, movies, streaming updates, all the things going on in the world of entertainment that might be worth an ounce of your time. We're going to let you know about it. And as we start this off, we let you know about things that we are watching and reviewing and consuming and all of that fun stuff. Jordan, what are you watching?
On Max, I watched the Brett Goldstein comedy special, The Second Best Night of Your Life. Not bad. Pretty good. I only know him from, what's that? Ted Lasso. As like, it's just he's the asshole, but like just to see him do like a comedy show was actually really good. Not bad. I'd check that out. And then I watched the Conan O'Brien Kennedy Center Mark Twain Award that he got for comedy, and so I was like watching.
Where is I saw the clips of that it was happening. Where can I watch that? What platform?
Let me take a look. But yeah, I was watching like Nikki Glaser did a good bit where she was bringing out irrelevant characters from a show, and the guy that would like constantly interrupt was doing a bit with her, and it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked that. Let's see. I think if I remember it correctly, I watched on Netflix. Oh, Brian.
Okay. Oh, that doesn't matter. I can look it up myself. Go ahead.
So I was watching that, and then let me get out of that real fast. I ended up watching all the Ocean's 11's movie because I was just in a mood.
They're good.
Yeah, I mean, they still hold up. They're still fun to watch. Even if, like, you know the twist, you know what's going on. They're still really cool to watch. Makes me kind of want, like, I wish they would have done at least one more, not that stupid women one, which was not even bad because of the women. It was just a bad movie. Like, it was just bad.
No, it was a bad movie. And then the one from The Office that was also in that movie. Was the one that started a lot of that stuff. And it's like men didn't come see the movie and support, and that's why it failed because men were out there determined to.
Bad movie.
Yeah, it was a bad movie.
So that's what I've been watching. I have been playing a few things. I'm playing the new Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It's on Game Pass, so if you've got Game Pass, go check it out. It's a new. They call them like Japanese RPG.
I watched the trailer yesterday because I saw somebody online talking about it. I go, what is this? So it's like being an inside and outside of a painting, like real world kind of stuff.
Well, no, so what this game is like, I can't even tell if it's like a futuristic or just like alternate world where Paris, France somehow gets taken out of France, put out in the middle of the ocean, and it's its own place. And there's this thing called the Paintress, this giant woman who paints a number on a mountain, and the number she paints
33.
At that moment, the people of that age die. They disappear into like flowers and stuff like that. It's very weird. So
okay.
The expeditions that they do are to go destroy her, stop her from doing this. And there's been like 65 different iterations of these expeditions that go out to go do stuff, but they've never come back. So you're in Expedition 33, so you're going off the island, going off to go deal with it. Your friend just died. It's gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous game. The story still doesn't make sense fully. Clair Obscur is kind of like an art term for light and dark. So it's kind of like a hint to what the game's really about. So that one's really good. And then I've been playing the Oblivion remaster that got released like days before that one. Gorgeous game. I played Oblivion when it first got released, I think in like 2004, 2006, something around there.
Okay.
Gorgeous game now. They've redone it all. It looks like a completely rebuilt game in, I think, Unreal 5. It's the same game. Like, they just a brand new skin. All the bugs are in it. All the glitches are in there. All the like workarounds, the bad dialogue. It's all there. So if you want to try these games, both of them are on Game Pass. If you've got Game Pass, they're worth your time. Clair Obscur is actually really gorgeous. I'm not good at the combat system yet. You can do kind of like a parry system, so you have to hit the button at the right time so you don't get your ass kicked by whatever creature you're fighting. But if you like JRPGs, that's a really good one. I've been listening to
RPG. Like, games look great, but when you have to sit there and fight
it's all turn based. Yeah, I don't think you'd like.
When you sit there, it's like, all right, he goes, then they go. Oh nope, they're interrupting. Now they're going to attack you. Oh, now you got to go for the next person.
Yeah,
like,
I hate
what this is. RPG games.
Yeah, you wouldn't like this. Watch it, like, if you want to watch it.
I've been watching a couple people play it on Twitch, and it looks fine. I just know I wouldn't enjoy playing that.
No. And then I've been listening to, which we won't play, don't want to get flagged. Newfound Glory's got a new single out. It's called 100%. It's actually really good. I like Newfound Glory. Newflounder Glory. It's a fish sandwich. And then I've got a new album out with my band Bowling for Soup called Fishin' for Woos. So if you want to go check that one out, that one's actually pretty good too. So
are you getting many woos?
Not so much, no.
No? Why? What happened to the woos?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, it's a legitimate question. Where did the woos go?
I don't know. They're gone. I hate you so much. People were messaging me happy birthday after you put that up.
Yep.
Like, they legit was like into that.
Yeah, it's Jordan's birthday. There he is, right there. For me, what was did I watch anything?
Did you catch up on Andor or anything? I haven't caught up with the last 3.
No, I need to catch up on the last 3. I missed last week's Doctor Who. I got to watch that to see if he's crying again. I've been watching YouTube stuff lately. I got sucked into a bit of a wormhole of British people watching shit about America.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
So there's a couple of them now, and that I've been watching, and they're just amazed by some of the shit that's going on or whatever. And I was like, one guy figured this out, and now they're all copying. It's like, oh, let's just Americans love when we talk about America. So let's watch videos about stuff that's going on in America. Some of the stuff we don't know, a lot of it we do, but we'll feign interest in it and say, wow, really, America's bigger than I thought. Look, you could fit the UK into the state of Alabama. And it's like, they all know that. They don't give a fuck. They're just doing it because dumb Americans will watch it. And dumb American right here was watching them enjoy Texas brisket.
Right.
So,
I just remembered something we both watched, and I'm stupid for not thinking of this, and so are you. We both saw the Thunderbolts.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
I liked it a lot. I was surprised how much I liked it, considering how much I didn't care about
anyone.
Captain. No, that's not true. Captain America 4.
Yeah,
because they gave away too much in the trailer, and you lost interest in a lot of that stuff. This one, I think, was the best MCU movie since Infinity and Endgame. Now, I can also say Deadpool and Wolverine, but they're still under the same umbrella, but they're not connected yet.
Yeah.
So they're a standalone movie within the MCU, and Thunderbolts is part of the MCU. They're the best MCU movie since Endgame and Infinity War. So, really good. What I don't understand... Oh, no, before I even get to that, there was a line in the movie that I actually laughed at because the red... What's his name?
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian is stuck. He's got Uncle Rico syndrome. He's stuck in the 80s.
I love him so much.
When I did too. Like, I didn't give too much of a shit about him in Black Widow.
Yeah.
But in here, I really enjoyed him. Like, David Harbour did a great job with this character.
I think he worked on the accent a bit, and they really leaned into him kind of just being a bumbling,
right?
Like holding on to the glory days of the 80s.
Yeah, he's a dad bod superhero, right?
Correct.
So he makes a line. That's a total reference to something that only people cared about in the 80s. Nobody today gives a shit about what he referenced. And I laughed really hard because I knew what he was talking about. I thought it was just like a throwaway joke.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not going to spoil anything, even though Marvel's
we'll get to
want to spoil everything. They took the joke and made it one of the cutscenes.
The middle, yeah.
And I laughed my ass off because the way they did the cutscene was almost exactly when Krusty and Mr. Burns were in the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the cereals, that was almost exactly the way they did this thing there.
It was pretty good.
That was good. The final cutscene also fantastic. Without giving what the scene involved, the headline.
We're gonna give it away a little bit.
The headline for it was that this particular cutscene was scripted and directed by the Russo brothers. If you don't know who they are, they're the ones that did all the popular MCU movies. Infinity,
and they filmed it like
Endgame,
2 weeks
whatever.
ago.
Right.
Like they did this like real.
Now, the reason why this got made such headlines was not just for the content of what was in the cutscene. It was that they're saying this is your first official scene from Avengers Doomsday. Which is still a year or so away, right?
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah. So this is officially a part of the movie. So that's why it made a lot of headlines for what was going on. I won't give the stuff away. Movie I thought was great. I really enjoyed everything with it. I'm glad they recast Sentry because the other 100%. Guy would have completely I don't think by him trying to ruin it, just him being the character would have ruined it.
I don't feel like he had the look, which I understand. You can change the look. Some people, they gender swap characters. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ghost in this movie, in the comics, I think is a male. So like the fact that she was as good as she was, like I
she was
enjoyed
fine.
her character.
They really took note about how much everyone hated Taskmaster from the Black Widow movie, and they corrected that immediately,
almost immediately.
Right.
But Steven Yeun would not have been the same character. It just wouldn't have had the same feel. He's a fantastic actor. I loved. There's a show that he did for Netflix called Beef. Excellent show if you want to check that out. But that character would have been ruined by him. Lewis Pullman, son of Bill Pullman, is the Sentry Bob in this movie.
Right.
The Void.
I want to.
And he plays 3 distinct characters. Like they are all 3 separate characters. And the fact that he pulled it off in a way that it is endearing. Like his character is an endearing character.
Right.
And I loved him every second of it.
I was going to say, I love the fact that they cast a lesser known into that role, which is going to become, at least from what we expect of the comics, kind of pivotal going forward. Right.
He's a big character. Yeah.
So for having a lesser known actor in there instead of a big name actor for a new more obscure character that most people don't know, having an lesser known in there fit perfectly.
Yeah.
So I think that casting really made the difference for that character, especially going forward, and even the portrayal after events when they show you what he was doing was hilarious too.
Right.
So I thought the movie was great. Everything was good. Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Fantastic.
She's great in this movie.
She was really good in this.
Like,
and really believable.
Yeah.
With her Cruella de Vil look.
Oh, for sure.
So the fact that she was pulling, who did they morph her into?
She's an actual character from the comic book.
No, I know, but they added something else into it because they weren't using other people. Is it because they didn't use Thunderbolt Ross? That's why she's the way she is in the MCU?
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Like,
oh, I know what it was, because they're not using Norman Osborn.
That's true. Well, yeah, for that particular storyline, yes.
Because they didn't include, it's not including Spider-Man stuff.
Right.
So they didn't, because isn't it Osborn?
Dark Avengers is Norman Osborn. And like Green Goblin and all that stuff.
Yeah, but doesn't he buy the building?
I don't remember.
After the Avengers left that building, doesn't he buy the building, and that's where all the other stories come from?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, anyway, I think because they can't use Norman Osborn, that they're using her as the replacement for that role in that Dark Avengers storyline, which we will probably see come down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't recommend it enough. If you like, I'm tired of Marvel movies. I'm tired of the way they do all this stuff. I think this movie brings you back to the table to at least look at the other things now.
Yeah, it's got some good action. It's got a lot of comedy, but it's also got a lot of, and I hate when people say it's got a lot of heart. It does. It deals with depression. It deals with like finding your way in the world and finding, back to being normal. Like everyone's got their own fucked up shit in this movie, and they have to learn to be together, and it works. Like it works really well.
Yeah. So go see it. Now, this part, we're not trying to spoil it. Marvel did it themselves.
Do you want to just go into the story?
Yeah, you have a story for this?
I do. I got it all in here, so let me bring it up.
All right,
here.
do the story, and then I'll get into what's out now and everything else.
So basically, after one weekend, Marvel is spoiling the Thunderbolts as a bit. Like, they are leaning in as a bit to ruin this for people. So if you guys don't want to hear it, I don't know, turn down your radio, whatever you got to do. So Infinity War back in 2018 was making this whole marketing thing where Thanos was demanding fans keep their silence. Don't spoil the movie for others. Don't spoil any special scenes. Don't spoil anything. And they were leaning into shut your mouth. Don't fuck this shit up. Marvel completely changed the game and said, well, we're going to make a whole marketing campaign about spoiling the Thunderbolts with the little asterisk. Just days after the release on May 2nd, the spoiler involves the asterisk in the film's name, which implies the working title of some kind. In the movie, the team is rebranded. I'll give you guys a second.
Let me pause here. The Thunderbolts asterisk was, everyone thought was because they couldn't use Thunderbolt Ross from the comics tied into this story. Because one, what's his name, died? Not John
Hurt.
Is it John Hurt?
William Hurt.
Sorry. William Hurt, sorry. John Hurt's the British actor.
John Hurt's the other one. Yeah.
William Hurt died. Then we found out later they recast him with Harrison Ford.
Right.
But then that took a different storyline, and it was like, there's no way he could do that and be in charge of the Thunderbolts.
No.
So they had to, shift around a few things. So everyone thought, Thunderbolts asterisk was going to be because Thunderbolt Ross wasn't there to create this thing, so they're probably going to rename down the line. Nobody thought it was going to rename to this.
Yep. So they renamed the New Avengers. So once the group is deemed the New Avengers, the end credit sequence reveals the film's new true title, The New Avengers. It's a clever gimmick, it basically, like you said, contextualizes the asterisk, does all this stuff, and kind of backdoors what appeared to be a more B-plot film of the outcast of the MCU. The company is now leaning into it and marketing it now as the New Avengers. Sometimes you can go to the movie theater to see the New Avengers. There were posters being redone in like bus stations. And
yeah, they had a video that they posted of what's his name was Bucky.
Sebastian Stan was going around with with
the giant size, bus vestibule size posters, taping over those with the new logo.
Yeah,
and everything.
So it was like his face, and this said the Thunderbolts, and then he put a new one up that said the New Avengers. They showed video of the cast ripping off Thunderbolts to show that. They had a giant side of the building thing that every day after it got released, they were peeling back a little bit, and then they peeled it back, and I'm sitting there going, this can't be real. Like, why are they intentionally ruining this? And then they leaned into it so much. Now it's like, it's kind of a funny bit. Like, I think it's kind of funny. Like, it doesn't change the movie. It doesn't ruin the movie. You find out in the movie why they're called the Thunderbolts, which is actually really funny. Like, there are things that they do in the movie that is not ruined by this one particular marketing bit.
Right.
Except for the fact that right at the end, that particular plot thing happens, and then the secret scene, And then you're like, why are they ruining this? They've gone completely in the opposite direction. They don't want secrecy. They're just saying, fuck it. We're not the Thunderbolts. We're this. And I'm like, that's kind of funny.
One that carries over, because there's a lot of time. The last Marvel movie we have is Fantastic Four coming in June. Mm-hmm. And then we're done for the year.
I think we're still getting the show, that stupid Ironheart show.
That's a show. That's not a movie, though.
But we're not getting any more movies till I think
so
next year.
We're done till next year. So they're probably doing this to keep the excitement and everything for it going forward, because next year we get an Avengers movie. So are they the ones that are going to appear in the Avengers movie? Well, the cutscene adds another layer to it. And now you're going to like, oh, it's that versus this thing. And
a lot going on. That one scene with this contextualized version of what the Thunderbolts really are, it does change a lot of things in a fun way.
I will say this, the way the movie was handled, the way that cutscene was handled, and now with the promotion, the way the marketing, the way they're doing it, people were really on the fence with Sam as Captain America. Captain America 4 did okay, didn't do gangbusters, but did okay. Yeah. This is going to guarantee more people don't like Sam as Captain America.
Right.
And I was talking with somebody else about the movie, who saw the movie, Brody. And I said, yeah, they really liked John Walker. Like, he had a bit of a redemption arc in here with this thing, right?
In Winter Soldier, like Captain America and the Winter Soldier TV show, the Disney show,
right,
really made me hate that guy.
Right.
And this, you still kind of hate him, but he's also kind of just a lovable idiot.
Well, you hate him because when they do the thing back to where they're showing him with his family, you're like, I don't even care that he killed the other guy. I'm more pissed off about this family moment than that. But as this is trying to become a redemption arc for a lot of these people, was a lot of scuttle online that people were like, I kind of want to see him back as Captain America. That won't happen.
His character's U.S. agent.
Yeah.
They've never said it in the show, but essentially that's his character.
I don't think that was supposed to be part of this. I think this was an unexpected side effect to what they're doing, because more people online were talking about, I'd rather see him back as the captain role or replace, like, there's Captain America. He's overshadowing. I'll say that. Captain America. A lot of people don't hate Sam, but they don't give a shit about him as Captain America.
I don't hate Sam, but that movie, I wasn't sold on him either.
No, because he comes off weak all the time. Well, he doesn't have the serum. It's like, I don't want to see a captain without the serum. The technology is not enough to do it. You want to see the guy that can fall off an 8-story building and still be okay. That's the Captain America, whatever. Anyway, go see Thunderbolts. Hashtag
I do recommend it.
New Avengers. We do recommend it. Because, again, that movie's out right now. Also in theaters right now. Fight or Flight. I don't know what that movie is.
It's a Josh Hartnett movie where he's an assassin
know what that movie is.
And he's on the plane, and then there's like plane full of assassins.
Yeah,
it feels like it's
Con Air, but nobody has handcuffs and everyone's trying to kill each other. All right. Like you said, with Conan O'Brien's Mark Twain Award on...
No, read it.
No, I know. It's on Netflix. No, I know. Conan O'Brien's Mark Twain thing is on Netflix. If you want more Conan,
yes,
a brand new season of Conan O'Brien Must Go is now available on Max.
Yes.
So you can get
that series.
A double dose of Conan for all your Conan needs. On Disney Plus, we mentioned season 2 of Andor is still going on. Episodes 7, 8, and 9 just came out this week. I need to watch that. Is that all of them?
No, I think we're getting 12 episodes, or we're getting 15. I can't remember.
Oh, all right. So we still got another couple of weeks.
Maybe the end of it, or it could be one more week after that, but we're close.
Ride me all the way to Memorial Day, and I'll be good, because then I can sit there if I haven't caught up by then.
Watch them all, and then throw on Rogue One.
Yeah, there we go. And then Star Wars Tales of the Underworld. I don't know what that is.
It's an animated series of like 16-minute little mini cartoons about Asajj Ventress and Cad Bane. So like two little like bad guy arcs. Which
Okay.
they look good. I've heard good things, so I'm going to watch those.
Back over to Netflix, Heart Eyes and Beetlejuice, the sequel, which I started and I don't think I finished. So I got to go back and watch that again.
The only reason I added that is that originally it was on Max only. Most people, if they don't have Max, Max is starting to throw all their stuff back onto Netflix. So this is another one of those Warner Brothers properties that is now more accessible. So if you haven't seen it,
as we found out last year, I rebundled my streaming services. I got Disney, Hulu, and Max as a bundle, which is weird because Disney and Warner Brothers are not companies that usually work together for anything. And that was
the last time was what, Roger Rabbit?
I mean, there could have been other things that I'm not aware of, but yeah, we'll go with Roger Rabbit. They also did a bundle with Netflix, so you could get Max. Max, Warner Brothers knew it's like we need to partner up with the other people, or else we're not going to get anything.
Yeah, we're losing money rebranding these logos every 3 weeks.
Right. Just call it HBO and you'll probably do fine again. Stop with this bullshit. Over on Peacock, the Universal NBC owned platform, Poker Face Season 2, episodes 1, 2, and 3. I don't remember what that is. And then Black Bag.
It's a Natasha Lyonne show. So she's like a lot of guest stars. First season was good. I haven't watched this. I haven't started watching the second one yet.
And then video on demand, Rust. That movie went in for 1 week and then was available on demand.
Yeah, did not do well.
So
did not do well.
Yeah. Coming out next week on demand, Minecraft will finally be out of the theaters and available for you to rent iTunes.
It'll still be in the theaters because they're still doing all that chicken jockey. Everyone gets to go yell crap. But
the specialty
You
things.
can rent it or buy it on video on demand next week. So.
Right. So then we have that. And Final Destination Bloodlines. Another Final Destination movie. I'm sure Giddles will be there for the midnight showing to go and watch that.
They've been doing a viral marketing for this where someone drives around on the freeway in a van, but the back of the van's painted to look like those wooden logs that were in the second movie that crashed through people's windows. So people are all having PTSD from that.
Right. Is this this Sirius XM news? Is this old? Did we forget?
This was from last week. We never talked about it. I left it on there so we could.
All right. Because if this is more of the same, this is really bad.
Yeah, this is new.
I've mentioned earlier this year that the fourth quarter for SiriusXM was not good. Even the third quarter was terrible. They were losing all these people. They announced at the end of last year, going into this year, that they were not focusing on their video and their app stuff as much anymore. They weren't marketing towards that. They were going back to their bread and butter, and it's just focusing only on the subscribers and cars. There's other stuff you can get. There's tons of other channels they have if you use their app that they don't have on there, but they promote them. They have commercials for channels you can't get in the car by using the app. So if you're only focusing on the people in the car with the radio, why are you pushing them to go back to the app? None of it makes any fucking sense.
No, they don't make sense.
They lost subscribers. They did terrible last year. Their profits were up a bit, but they were saying the estimate going into 2025, which here we are, they were not going to hit anywhere near their projections. They said they were going to be layoffs. And they've already had a bunch of layoffs in the first quarter. Well, the first quarter results come in, and they lost over 300,000 self-paying subscribers in the first quarter of this year. On lower overall subscribers and advertising revenue. Shed by comparison, 359,000 self-paying subscribers in the year ago period, same time last year.
Well, no, what they're saying is that all of last year they only lost 359,000.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous.
Because we were following. Remember, Rolling Stone seemed to have been the first outlet to report a lot of that stuff. I go, here's another Rolling Stone out that they're firing more people. They're losing this. They're losing subscribers. They're not making their money back from sales and marketing and whatever. Last year, they spent $300 million, a little over $300 million for 3 separate podcast deals. And the big one that they pushed didn't even break the top 30. And I'm not knocking Alex Cooper's show. I know it's very popular. Women love it and everything. But nobody's talking about it. There's
after she signed that deal, I haven't heard any stories
come out. There's no media buzz about it. She has her little podcast network through Sirius where it's her and a few of her shows that she produces on there. Her Call Her Daddy. They even gave her own music channel. She did a promotions the week it was launching. She went on talk shows and news outlets and stuff. There's been nothing about a guest and like making clips online. You still see Joe Rogan clips. Theo Von, which still, I like Theo, but I don't get his show. He's just I don't know. He's a dummy that seems to be falling upward, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's working.
But his show is still gangbusters. Clips on his show. Andrew Schultz's show still has stuff out there. Then you get the news shows, podcast, Tucker Carlson stuff still has clips out there, and you could say, well, that's your algorithm. No, I keep an eye on the broader spectrum. Conan O'Brien's clips go out there depending on the guests that he has. It's all depending on the topics and the guests that they have. Those clips go viral on social media. There's nothing from her show anywhere.
Nope.
Anywhere. And that's a problem. You spend $120 million on her network, and a music channel, and they're giving you nothing. Constant bad decisions. In September, the satellite and radio media company completed its spin-off control from Liberty Media. Overall revenue fell 5% from $2.6 billion from a year to... They lost $2.16 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Net income dropped over $204 million. Compared to the $241 million in the first quarter of 2024. Subscriber revenue came, they're down to against last year's thing. Yeah, their subscribers are shrinking, their revenue is shrinking, and I don't know. I don't know how they keep going in the way that they're going. And every day I sit there and I go, I guess I'm glad I don't work at that company anymore. Because it's just been a nightmare ever since.
Yeah, I feel like every month I'm getting an email asking me to get 3 free months of a subscription. I was like, all right.
Don't care.
I barely listen, and then I probably will get rid of it after the 3 months. Like, there's no reason for it anymore.
None. Let's plow through the rest of the news here. What do we got?
Piggybacking on Thunderbolts, the X-Men movie at Marvel Studios is actually circling the director of the Marvel movie Thunderbolts, Jake Skriniar.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the movie did really great, so they're meeting with him. It's unknown where things stand in the deal-making process, but insiders say that the following meeting of this past week, it looks like he will be the top choice to take on the studio's most anticipated project. So we might be seeing a lot more X-Men news kind of getting the run, hopefully soon. I'm hoping they kind of work it into the Doomsday movie, but who knows? Lord of the Rings, Hunt for Gollum has now been set for a December 2027 release. Warner Brothers and New Line revealed that Andy Serkis's Lord of the Rings, Hunt for Gollum will be out in theaters December 17th, 2027. Peter Jackson and his wife and writer are going to be producing it. Andy Serkis is going to direct and star as Gollum in the movie. They're planning on doing a second movie after that in the J.R.R.
Is anyone caring about this?
I feel like they tried to do as much as they could with The Hobbit, bringing in all those 3 movies.
But The Hobbit never hit the success of the first 3 movies.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like they pulled a lot of information to do those, thinking they weren't going to get
They also
anything.
had like was it an HBO or an Amazon show?
Amazon's got 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah, nobody talks about
Lord of the Rings. So yeah, they're doing 2 extra movies. One's going to be the Gollum movie, and then there's another unnamed movie coming. They don't have a director for that second film yet, but yeah. So New Line also has announced that the new Evil Dead movie is going to be coming out in 2026 in the summer. Evil Dead Rise actually did really, really well, considering at $147 million globally in 2023. So what they're going to do is they're making a new movie. I forget the title, but they've got a random no-name director going to do it. He's coming out saying, I want people to feel sick in this movie. So it's going to be gory. You're not going to watch it. But that's going to come out in July 24th, 2026. So wasn't a lot of movie news, TV news. So we're going to do some video game stuff. Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer is doing gangbusters on the first day.
It yet.
I did. It looks great. As much as I hate all the shit about it, I can't wait to play the game. So they moved the game back again to March of 2026, and then they released the second trailer for the game, and that trailer hit 475 million views in the first day. So it is popular. It looks great.
Wait, how much?
475 million views.
Where?
On the first day. I don't know. They're not releasing, like, it could be YouTube views, it could be on the website for Rockstar.
I'm looking at. All right, so the first trailer they released
says across platforms.
Okay, on the Rockstar's YouTube channel. First trailer was a year ago. Is at 256 million.
Well, the first trailer for the game they released back in 2023, and it only got 93 million views in the same like window that they're doing.
This one says from their channel, Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer 1.
Okay,
came from
so that was the one they released like
trailer 2
recently.
Was released 2 days ago, and it says 91 million.
Yeah, but they're saying across platforms. So that could be YouTube, it could be TikTok, it could be, their website, whatever streaming this thing. That's what they're saying. Again, These are all coming from Rockstar, so it's hard to tell. Especially like when Fantastic Four's trailer came out, they said it was 200 million views. That's coming from Disney. That's their measurement. They're telling us what they're getting.
Right.
Who knows? But it's popular. It's getting out there, so we'll see. Have you ever went to the video game website Polygon?
No, I knew of it, but I don't know if I played anything off of there.
So they got sold to a company called Valnet, based out of, I believe, Canada.
Okay.
And then the second they sold it off, mass layoffs. So the video game website Polygon has been sold to a click farm powerhouse Valnet, and much of its crew has been laid off. The sale was subsequently announced in a press release. Multiple staff members posted online about losing their jobs or about colleagues now being out of work. The sale was confirmed in a press release, which did not mention the layoffs, conveniently enough, and the price of the deal was not disclosed. The Vox Media, which is who owned Polygon previously, the senior vice president, Chris Grant, who was Polygon's founding editor-in-chief, shared insight to the deal and his apparent frustration with it on Blue Sky. And this is his quote. 14 years ago, I pitched what would become Polygon to a startup called Sports Blogs, Inc. in the unfurnished third floor of a DC townhome. I held a laptop on my knees and went through the deck, and today the same company, now called Vox Media, sold Polygon to Valnet. Their press release proudly calls Polygon a premium gaming publication, but Valnet literally refused to meet with me or answer a single question of mine through the process.
Is Polygon like Steam or something, a place where you can just get games?
It's like a video game website. Think Game Informer.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like video game news, entertainment news, things like that.
Gotcha.
So he continued and said the press release proudly called Polygon a premium gaming service, refused to meet with me or answer single questions. They were wildly incurious about how a gaming publication even becomes premium. I really, truly hope that the remaining Polygon team gets a chance to continue the work we all cared about, but somehow this is the end of my journey with the thing I've created. My most heartfelt thanks to all the entire team. I'm sorry things ended this way. So another big media outlet comes in, buys a property, and then just immediately shutters people. Kind of feels like Game Informer. I don't know.
I don't know what they think they're getting out of that, unless there's some kind of technology from it or something. But they're like, oh, we're just going to take their reach and do this clickbait thing. You're going to kill the reach because people aren't coming there for all that other shit.
Right. So that's sad. It's always sad when these things happen. I hate the industry the way it does, but it is what it is.
Last story.
Gears of War, popular video game from Microsoft, Xbox, all that stuff, is actually coming to PlayStation this summer, which was very unexpected for me. They're doing a remaster. Game also is going to have cross progression, letting you carry campaign stuff and multiplayer platforms, so you can play on one and do the other. It's going to have all the post-launch DLC, campaign, all the multiplayer maps and modes. It's going to be released August 26th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and the PC via Steam. It's going to cost $40, and it's available on Game Pass at launch, which means I'm going to play it for Ultimate and PC. Furthermore, Reloaded will be a free upgrade for players who already purchased the game, the Ultimate Edition, before the announcement. So it's another one of those Xbox is being smart and getting some of their first-party licensed games and just saying, hey, PlayStation, you can have some of it. Because I didn't expect that to happen. That seems to be like Halo. It's like a flagship franchise for the Microsoft systems, but they will be coming to PlayStation. So very surprising.
All right.
Very, very surprising.
Well, I want to throw this out there then, if we're talking some video game stuff. A lot of the people I was playing games with, disappointing, I'll say, because a lot of the gamer mindset is like they play this game, but then they got to hop on the new game. They got to do this thing here, and they're bouncing back and forth, and they lose interest in all the games too fast. And you're like, all right, I'm enjoying this game. I want to play it, but then it's hard to find people that stick around with a game long enough, and they go back to games that have been around forever, and you just go, well, these other games are here too, and you don't want to play that. They play it for a little bit, and they go, I'm tired of this game. I don't want to play it anymore.
They go back to the comfort game.
They go back to
they
like
know and love.
World of Warcraft. They go back to Call of Duty, Fortnite, Diablo 4. You know, those kind of things. They keep going back to these grind games where you're just constantly doing the same thing over and over. Then, you know, and I'm more into like the horror games. I'm into the puzzle games. I'm into those kind of things. I don't want to do RPG. I don't want to do first-person shooters if I can prevent it. But there's a game.
I was gonna say the closest to that we've ever gotten you played Halo with me and Rob for like a minute.
Yeah, and then Rob's like, well, we haven't played anymore. It's like, you led the charge with this. You tell us when you want to play. I've already uninstalled it, so it doesn't matter. I have it, I guess, in my library. I just don't play it. There's a new Ghost game out that I tried for a tiny bit, but I can't play this alone. I need other people to play. It's called The Other Side. And it's all kind of in the vein of like Ghost Rider, Phasmophobia, those kind of things. But it's a lot more of these ghosts will fuck you up.
I was going to say, is this one of those ones you need someone to play with you to progress because it's easier, or you're scared and you want people to be scared with you?
A little of both. But if you go look up The Other Side, you can see and you go, oh my God, this game is pretty intense.
Okay.
But yeah, just some other games in general that I've been enjoying and playing. It's hard to find people that stick with these things because everyone feels, a lot of them are ADD. You know, when you're playing with them and you got to wait for something to happen, they're constantly running up and down a hallway. Or in Sea of Thieves, they're running
Sea of Thieves when they're bouncing.
They're jumping off all the parts of the ship and like, calm down. Well, we're sailing for a while. What am I supposed to do? Put your controller down, check your phone, look at something else. Stop moving around like this. It's making me nauseous. It's not the ocean. It's you running back and forth on the ship. So, Phasmophobia. I'm actually gotten really good at it. I just finished one of the first apocalypse challenges by the skin of my teeth because it's so incredibly difficult and terrifying because they darken the whole area even more, so you cannot see anything unless you have a flashlight. If you lose your flashlight, you're fucked. You can't even feel around the room to try to get out. It's like, well, I hope I remember how to get out or I'm gonna die right away.
Right.
So there's that. Schedule 1, the game where you're in a town and you're making drugs to sell to people. You can make all different kinds of combinations of drugs where they turn green, they're farting all the time, some of them float away. Like, it's all these different combinations of shit you can put together as you're making these drugs, and it affects people differently. Sometimes they turn where they get electrocuted and they're shooting lightning out of their skin because you gave them some new kind of meth or whatever.
That's awesome.
It's a very fun game. You might actually enjoy it if you want to.
I downloaded the demo. I gotta plug in my system and
so you go around, you skateboard around the town, you're selling drugs, you're doing pickups, you're providing stuff when you hire dealers for you. You got to go around to them and give them bricks of things and collect their money. If they're not paying you, then you go over with a bat and you fuck them up, or a pan or something. Like, you got to avoid the cops. It's a lot of fun. Again, you just need people that can focus on a game for more than a week before moving to the next thing.
I gotta say, I do tend to fall into that category with the gaming ADD, because really with Game Pass and then things getting released, it's so easy just to move on to something to try it.
I know.
And then you start playing it, and the next thing you know, you've lost sight of the things that you actually want to play.
Gone are the days of cartridge consoles where, like, I have these 6 games. I'm going to be really good at these 6 games because that's all I have.
Because I can't get more.
Yeah.
I was watching clips of Sea of Thieves the other day, and I'm just like, I think I do want to start playing that again. Like, I want to get back into it. So if you're in, I'll
It's
jump
all
in
about hunting and fishing right now, which is not. But it's interesting, but it's not usually the road I want to go down. Apparently they have a weekend deal going on with Steam right now on certain publishers and stuff, 90% off.
Oh, I bought some Star Wars games for the Star Wars stuff. Like, they were running a lot of deals. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
So Steam's great. I love Steam.
So Phasmophobia playing.
Yeah.
The Other Side I'd like to get people to play. Schedule 1 is a game I play. Escape Room Simulator 2 is coming out soon, so you need more people for that. And then Repo is another game I've been playing where the robots.
I played. I'll play that again. That was fun.
It's a lot of fun. So I'm looking.
It was frantic. Like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I was trying to do keyboard and mouse, and I'm just not used to it yet. So I was like, you were like, hey, you got to turn around and run, and I'm like hitting the wrong. I'm jumping.
Yeah,
I'm just one of those idiots, and I'm like, this old man face is coming at me. I'm like freaking out. So yeah, no, I'll play that.
So I have that and all the other games. I don't think I want people to play with me. Like I just started playing.
These are for me.
I just started playing Supermarket Simulator, where you're building your own supermarket.
Did I watch you playing with Girk the other night? Well, another night. Like
no, that was the fast food one. That was the fast food one where you had to run a burger place.
That's what I.
No,
watched.
this is the Supermarket Simulator. So that's what I've been fun. Look, you can laugh and goof on it all you want and everything, but one of the most popular games out there right now is Power Wash Simulator. Dude, where you're just going around and power washing different things. And for some reason, it is so damn therapeutic.
I told you and Rob the other night that there's a crime scene cleaner game that's out that I'm like, I just want to go clean crime scenes. Like I'm all on the simulator.
I'll go check that out.
It's on Game Pass.
They have a version of the back rooms. Yeah. Where you're the crew that comes in after all the people who went into the back rooms died. You have to go clean up all the messages they wrote on the wall revealing things. You got to clean up the blood, the corpses, while the monsters still come and get you. So you're there to clean all this stuff up, but you also have to avoid the monsters like you fell into the back rooms. So you have all of that stuff too. Twisted is saying, Jordan, I want to try Crime Scene, the Cleaner Simulator.
Yeah. I saw it on Game Pass. It released around the same time as like Oblivion and all these other games. So I'm like, I'm just gonna play Crime Scene Cleaners.
Yeah, but those sim games are good to turn your brain off. Yes,
good.
Exactly. When you're like, I got a couple hours to kill, I'm gonna sit down and watch that. Twist is saying
the blacklight.
Hotel Simulator just got released on Steam. Ooh, I'll have to look for that too.
It's like bed bugs and blacklights. Gross.
Right. All right. Oh, Twisted's here. I got my bronze in the Apocalypse Challenge. Barely. And that was an hour before I had to do the show. I was not going to end that game until I got out of there alive.
Is that why it took you forever to get on?
No. I had dinner stuff upstairs.
That's right.
And then I came back down. But no, by like at 6:50, I'm like, I got to finish this thing. I'll postpone the show. I've never win one of those challenges. And then I just got it. I'm like, thank God I got it. Now I'm going to try the silver tier, which I know I'm going to die in because they make it super difficult. Your speed and reaction is super slow, but they increase the ghost like 150%. So you're trying slowly to, those nightmares you have where you're trying to run away for something and you can't really run, but that thing's coming up fast. Uh-huh. That's exactly what they do in the game. It's like, I'm trying to really slow. You're essentially moseying. I'm trying to mosey behind a bookshelf so this ghost doesn't kill me, but it's down the other wing of the psychiatric center and I can hear it running at top speed coming to kill me. And I'm like, I am 5 feet from this bookshelf and it's taking me forever to get hidden behind there. But
the other game that I really like is the lawnmower simulator, where you go out and you can try the different riding lawnmowers,
right?
Stuff like that. There's like a local company called Gold Medal Landscaping not far around me,
right?
So I created my own called Gould Medal, and I created a black guy that looked like Teal'c. It was fantastic. I was just mowing lawns. It was so good.
I'm proud of you for keeping Stargate alive.
I have to. Yeah.
All right. Well, what is this? Oh, super chat coming in. Mason K for $10.10. Thanks for the show, boys. Thank you. That goes all to Jordan's pocket. Jordan, that'll get you right into the KFC buffet.
No, I gotta switch to pay for. Bring it on, everybody.
Okay, there you go. So now it's only $490. For your Switch. We got to take, we have to go. That means it's time for the plugs. And Jordan, as always, well, look, the world's eyes are on the Pope right now, but somebody's turning and looking to you.
If you guys want to come say hi, send me some messages, get some music stuff, find out where I'm sitting at concerts like Bartholomew, you can check me out on X, Instagram, Blue Sky, and YouTube at Jinx Ronan, Twitch at JinxRonan79. I'll start streaming some of these Claire Obscure Expedition 33 runs. Probably going to need some help. That game is hard, but it's gorgeous and fun. If you've got Amazon and you want to come to our Twitch channel, subscribe to our channel using your free Twitch subscription, please do. It's Eric Nagel on Twitch. You just go in, click it. I just redid mine for the show today. You have to do it every month, but it helps the show. Cost you nothing more, and we'd appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. For me and for the show, all the information is right down here on social media at It's Eric Nagel. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, thank you for doing that. If you could put us into the #1 preset position, we do appreciate that. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those platforms, you can also do us a kindness there. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. And if you want to join us live each and every week and interact with the show as we do it, YouTube and Twitch. Those are our rooms, all under It's Eric Nagel. Like, subscribe, notify, all that stuff is free. And if you want to come around like our friend Mason K here and throwing around the big bills and super chat us, we would not tell you no. And if you can't do any of that, like we've always said, and you just want to watch the episode when you have time, not a problem. Go over to our YouTube channel at It's Eric Nagel, and it's right there for when you're ready to watch it, and it'll be there. That's it. Watch it. Tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends.
I told 2 friends, but that is not enough.
No, it is. 2 friends tell 2 other friends tell 2 other friends. It's like the coronavirus.
There you go. So until the next time, everybody.
Be excellent to each other.
We'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
They're a little much. They feel a little condescending just by the way they're existing. Stop existing condescendingly, please.
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.